Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the After Hours podcast. On today's episode, we have my good friend Brian Hop, local club loose driver, and a new 2025 Formula Drift ProSpec driver. So on today's episode, we talked a bunch about what he's doing to get ready and prepare for the season. And we also spoke about how we are supplying him with Origin Aero. He just recently picked up his body kit and his hood. So we're trying to make sure this car is looking great and pretty much doing everything we can for Brian and making sure that this season is going to be a big one for him. And as you guys will tell by listening to this, he's got high hopes and he's going into the season with a great attitude. Oh, also, don't forget, we are raffling off a set of XR1 coilovers on our website. Every $5 spent on FactionMotorsports.com gets you one entry. And if you guys buy any Faction merch, you get double points. So make sure to do that before the end of the month to get entered to win the set of XR1 coilovers. Thank you. So let's listen to a few words from our sponsors and then we'll dive into this episode. This podcast is sponsored by East Coast Drift School. East Coast Drift School is a driving school focused on learning the art of drifting. Conveniently located at the greatest drifting facility in the United States, Raceway Park in Englishtown, New Jersey. Raceway Park currently has 3 tracks, so you will have a few options to choose from when setting up your lessons. Chris Knapp, who is part of the Raceway Park family, will be your teacher as he guides you through car setup and technique. If you are more of a seasoned driver, East Coast Drift School is also the place where you can get some extra seat time. Chris allows private track time with no instructing as well, so that you can get some test and tune runs in before that big event or competition you have coming up. Instead of spending the night dodging the police with your boys, consider signing up with East Coast Drift School the next time they release their schedule. Chris releases the schedule on the 16th of every month through Instagram. Make sure to check them out, give them a follow, and shoot over a direct message when you are ready to set up a date. You can find them on Instagram at East Coast Drift School. Chase Bays has been a household name in our industry for over 15 years, supplying us with tons of fluid power products such as power steering cooler kits, oil catch cans, engine oil coolers, hydraulic handbrake kits, and of course, their dual piston brake booster delete kits, which fit a wide variety of vehicles. The core values of Chase Bays is function, simplicity, quality, and aesthetic. All of their products are user-friendly and easy to install, while of course looking the part. The quality of their products has only increased over the years, and now with Front Street Drift Club being a sponsored team of Chase Bays, you can guarantee the products are stress tested as well. I'm currently digging their compact intercooler sprayer reservoir kit. This kit includes a pump and pigtail to wire it up to any switch you want. I've been a big fan of sleek looking OEM style intercooler sprayers ever since Subaru had one on the STI, and this kit provides you with what you need to get started. If you need any more info on any of their products, make sure to take a look at their product descriptions. They have some of the most detailed descriptions I've read with tons of information. You can check out Chase Bays products and place your orders directly on our website at FactionMotorsports.com, and make sure to use the coupon code ChaseBaysAfterHours with no spaces to save on checkout. This podcast is also sponsored by Automotive Specialty Wraps. Automotive Specialty Wraps is a company specializing in paint protection film, vehicle wraps, ceramic coatings, and window tinting located in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. Owned and operated by car enthusiasts and drifters, their technicians have over 10 years of experience in the industry. Ceramic coating is one of their specialties and is the service they offer that caught my eye first. In the 60s, NASA and the US military formulated a ceramic coating to be used on spacecraft and planes. This coating would be able to protect them from harsh conditions. Following that, in the early 2000s, ceramic coatings were revamped to be used in the automotive industry. These coatings give your car's paint extra protection while also making it shine. Wax only lasts for a couple of weeks at most, but ceramic coatings last for a year or longer. They perform a full 2-stage polish to the car beforehand to make sure the vehicle is in perfect condition before applying the coating. This service can also be applied to wheels, which would be the best thing you can do to a new set of wheels you just picked up, if you are looking to protect them for years to come. As mentioned, they also offer window tinting and paint protection film installations. Now everyone knows what window tinting is, but these guys offer carbon or ceramic tinting depending on your needs. Paint protection film, or PPF, is a great idea for those new vehicle owners that want to protect their paint before it gets chipped up driving down the highway. I always suggest having at least the front end done in PPF, like the front bumper, fenders, and hood. ASW is now offering mobile detailing, and this is no basic car wash. It's more of a 2-hour spa session for your car using special soaps designed to extract toxins out of your paint. And the best part is they will come to your house, job, or even our shop when your car is being serviced to get the wash done. From protecting your tow rig's exterior to full livery installations on your drift car, they have you covered. You can contact them at automotivespecialtywraps.com and make sure to mention our podcast. They are currently offering 10% off mobile washes and tinting services for our listeners. Limitless Auto Fab is a fabrication shop and retailer located in Illinois. They produce bash bars and catch cans for a bunch of popular models in the drifting community. We started selling their products earlier this year and have heard nothing but great things since. Limitless bash bars are honestly the industry standard right now. Fabricated from 1.5-inch mild steel tubes, these bars are designed to take the impact of light collisions in order to avoid or minimize damage to your body or frame. My favorite part about these bash bars is that they are designed in a way that helps hold most aftermarket bumpers up at the correct height. Unlike a lot of other aftermarket bars that require you to either weld additional brackets on or install those big foam rubber pieces to raise the bumpers up to avoid bumper sag. This is a huge pet peeve of mine when installing bash bars at the shop, so I'm really glad about this feature. Gone are the days of trying to keep your rusty rear factory crash bar because you are worried about bumper fitment issues with an aftermarket one. Their bars also come with jacking points and optional license plate brackets, so everything you need is right there from the start. Limitless Auto also sells catch cans for a handful of specific models. These cans are built in-house and chassis specific. We have used these cans before in the shop with no issues, and they look great as well. The guys over at Limitless are on social media as well at limitless_auto_fab. So please make sure to check out their Instagram and give them a follow. They post photos of all the drift cars using their products, from Front Street Drift Club to Animal Style. If you are in the market for a bash bar or catch can, make sure to check out their full product lineup on our website, FactionMotorsports.com. This podcast is brought to you by Faction Motorsports. We are an automotive performance shop located in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Our shop is easy to get to from Route 17, 3, and 21. We are also only 15 minutes away from New York City. Faction Motorsports provides services that include, but are not limited to, performance part installations, suspension overhauls, general maintenance, engine installations, tire mounting and balancing, and custom four-wheel alignments with our in-house Hunter alignment machine. We also stock a range of performance products in-house. From AN fittings and gaskets to complete body kits, we try to stock as many parts as we can to provide quick shipping times for our website customers and same-day pickup for locals. Make sure to shoot us an email if you are looking to set up an appointment or if you are looking for a part that is not up on our website. Our email is sales@factionmotorsports.com. We are also on Instagram at Faction Motorsports.
Well, welcome everybody to the Faction After Hours podcast.
Live?
Yes, we're live.
We've been live this whole time? I've been talking shit.
Shut up. We've been doing this for the past couple of weeks. Malcolm just presses record and we're just here.
It's better to ease into it.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Welcome. We're here to bring you another episode. Tonight we have another guest, not just any guest. We have professional driver Brian Hop.
Yeah!
I said to Hop earlier, I was like, yo,
He's jacked up on calling me professional.
gotta add the... Dude,
Professional spec.
you got a season coming up. Like, not
Yeah.
even just like a... Oh, we gotta get ready for opening moves.
Yeah, that's how it used to be, but now...
Has it hit you yet? Like, are you...
Oh, yeah.
You're pretty calm.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, after the first couple thousands of dollars were spent towards this season, it was kind of hit me at that point. You
Couple
know?
is probably an understatement, too.
yeah.
Yeah,
all for a good reason.
Yeah.
Is what I keep saying.
we've been talking about you a bunch on the last episodes. We're like, yeah, is he ready? Or
I know I heard Reese is like, I don't know.
Yeah, Reese wasn't really like. Yeah, I remember Reese's. I was like, he's not. It wasn't really that confident inspiring. Reese's comments.
That's
on,
good, though.
I loved Reese's
That
Pod.
is good.
I want it to be the real answer, not like, oh, yeah, he's going to like do great. Yeah, no problem. Like, fully full of shit right now.
I think
Reese.
everyone views you as how we know you, which is you like to have fun. And
Yeah.
Hell yes.
you have a very like free spirit when it comes to drifting. So that's probably what they're thinking.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I feel like shit's gonna hit them hard. But
Out of like the 20 years, give or take, I've been doing it. I mean, it's only been 3 years I've been doing competition drifting. So it's like out of my element a bit still, or it sometimes feels like that when I show up to competitions and I'm like, oh, wait, like we got to have like a real plan here, not just like get through a few sessions and stuff. But then that was like mostly the first year. And then this past year got a little easier, and we'll see how year 3 of competitive driving will go. But
Yeah, I kind of forgot that you've kind of already been doing this for like 3 years or whatever.
I mean, the last time I was on here, I hadn't even driven my car yet. The hatch, I don't think. It like was just being finished. Maybe I did one.
I think you drove it, but you didn't really like compete with it.
No, not yet.
I think you drove it and the wheel fell off. Or
No,
was
that was
something
this.
else?
Jeez.
Was that what happened?
What happened was Grant was leading me and Ryan Turek, and he was in a slower car, and he decides to do a backwards entry to tree turn while me and Turek are like diving in.
That's good.
And then I hit him, rubbed his door to the point where my coilover snapped in half. Wheel stayed on. Coilover, not so much.
Oh my God, dude.
And Turek got out of the car and he was like, "What were you thinking?"
Dude.
I was like,
We have those same instances in video games, and the fact that you just described that to us and it happened in real life is pretty fucking nuts.
Yeah, that was like the beginning of 24 drift season right there.
You hear that, Ethan? Stop spinning out in front of us because it happens in real life.
To Grant's credit, he wasn't spinning out. He was doing some cool shit. I just was like,
Going too fast?
yeah. I'm still, well, at that point, I was still getting adjusted to the fact that, like, in all the cars before, I would, like, transition or initiate behind someone and really be floating or, like, maintaining speed. In this car, it drives forward, like, hard, depending on how it's set up. But that day, it was set up to be, like,
Kill mode.
yeah, side bite and forward bite to the max.
Okay.
When you had the grassroots car, were you changing setups around like you are now, or were you just in the car go?
No, yeah, it was like you get your standard alignment, and then you'd set up your shocks to be like middle. That was it. Like I was the king of like everything in the middle, and then a couple clicks up or down accordingly, and that was the gist of car setup for me. And now it's gotten to the point where it's above my own knowledge. I have other people to like help me actually properly set up the car, because I mean, I feel like I'm like Tom Cruise in that movie where he's a NASCAR driver and he like doesn't know how to do anything but drive. And even
No. What movie are we talking about? Where he's a NASCAR?
What do you mean? You never saw that movie?
Yeah, what is the movie called?
Road of Thunder
Thunder something? Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder.
Yeah, Cole Trickle.
With Tom
was his
Cruise?
name.
You need to see that movie, Carl.
Can you Google the?
God,
the
not only is
Malcolm
it's
D.
equally entertaining and cheesy at the same time.
Just the cover of it. I just need
That's
to
like
see.
the NASCAR version of Fast and Furious.
I didn't even know that existed.
You're pretty young.
You're gonna love that movie.
I like a lot of old movies.
You know
so
what
I'm
movie
like,
you guys brought up?
Holy, now that is a cover. Yeah. Wow. That looks like a young Frankie Bovino.
Not really, but I'll give it to you.
Look at that mellow yellow racing suit. That dude's got style.
Oh my!
There was another
gosh.
one in there too.
Oh, yo, yeah, that is a mellow yellow racing. I thought you were talking about the color and not the drink. Oh my gosh. Yo, I need to watch this movie.
You know what movie you guys brought up the other day?
What?
He didn't know about it, but I think Malcolm and you did. The Kung Fu, like...
Kung Pao?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, so you know
I
Kung
know,
Pao.
yeah. The second you said the like, okay, bye-bye now, throw the baby, I started dying laughing. Dude. We used to watch that movie. I went to boarding school, and we watched that movie nonstop, probably 1,000 times.
You went to boarding school?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that like? Or I'm sorry, what was that like?
I like how you actually are following this no cursing rule that you created.
You said your mom was gonna watch it.
Yeah, well, I mean...
That
She's
was why?
okay with cursing.
I thought it was something else. I didn't know why.
Oh well.
Well, sorry, Mom. We're gonna curse.
Yeah. She's okay. She's old enough.
Your son is really great.
All right. So what were you guys talking about?
Oh, he didn't. I thought we talked about this last time. I went to boarding school.
Oh,
That's how I
okay,
know
yeah.
Jeff. Me and Jeff
Oh,
Stone
yeah,
went
yeah,
to
yeah.
the same boarding school and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, wait, yeah, now this is really ringing a bell now.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I knew a couple of friends of mine that went to boarding school and they have the best lives now. So I'm like, there must be some sort of sauce they're giving in there.
I don't know.
What
We got kicked out of boarding school.
Oh,
so-
okay, that's good.
Oh shit.
Oh no, I do remember. If for those of you who are listening that don't know, Hop was on here previously. There's like another episode, like way.
Yeah.
I don't even know. What
I don't know where either.
Like 2 years ago, almost to the month.
So
I
it's
think.
probably like within the first 50.
Yeah,
episodes?
and if you want to learn more about like Hops's like when we first met,
Yeah.
That's the one.
Good idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
but
would be something to go
Carl
with.
never tandem before at that
Yeah,
point.
dude.
Really?
I didn't drive with anybody. The car was not the way it was.
He didn't
Oh,
confess
wow.
his love for one JZ.
I didn't know anything. Yeah, didn't really Toyota realm. I knew what I wanted to. I knew I just wanted to drift. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Damn, that's crazy.
I think you had been doing some evergreen events at that
Just a
point.
couple
Oh, yeah.
here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew who Reese was. I've been to Club Loose a couple of times, and then we had that pod, and then actually we've hung out a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I was
bro,
gonna say you guys are getting into some stuff together.
Yeah.
just fun
right?
stuff though. Just like
Carl will randomly show up. Like the last time was when Jeff and Jimmy and all them were at the track, right? And then we ended
Yeah.
up jeeping in the woods.
Yeah.
And everyone got stuck.
that was the
instantly.
worst day ever.
It was
That's
very-
like the worst example
That
you
was a
could have ever
bad
brought.
day.
That was like the worst day ever.
Why?
Everyone got into a conflict.
Well-
like there was something wrong everywhere.
We like have it down to a science of like where we can go off roading with these shitbox Jeeps near
Yeah.
E-Town, right?
Yeah.
And that day, everyone was like, let's try somewhere we haven't gone. And it had rained like a whole lot the day before. They were like, you just have to cross this creek. And after that, there's like one more little stream. None of us made us through the first creek. And like we all tried different areas, like within 100 yards. And everyone with these like different areas was just stuck in the mud up to the frame rails.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Did you off road your car then?
No. Anytime I like off-roading my car, but I think our definitions of off-roading are a little different now.
Yeah.
After seeing
We're
Last
more
time I was with
demolition,
Hop
whichever
in the
way.
woods, it was
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Year's.
that was awesome.
Was it New Year? No, not New Year's.
Friendsgiving.
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 That was a
Shit
great
was-
time.
Shit was violent.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Wait, was that when Ken jumped his Jeep?
Yeah.
How about the rear glass on the Jeep? Oh, yeah. That was the first thing.
I smashed Ken's rear glass
Yep.
out.
Oh, he was real sour about that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then he didn't care after he.
And then he did not
Well, he
care.
had
And then
some
I-
liquid motivation. Maybe.
I guess he didn't care after he was like 20 feet in the air jumping that thing.
I
I
just like
just
it.
remember you standing like at a distance, like you'd be like, I want to go home.
No, because Frankie Beans was like, "Yo, you got to get in the car." They jumped. Him and Carl jumped that Jeep like 2 feet off the ground, and they were like, "Yo."
And then,
you
and then
gotta get
Malcolm
in."
got in, and then
Yes.
they jumped like 3.
And then they jumped like 4 feet.
yeah, a little higher.
And then
And
no
then they were
one
like-
got in the car except
Yeah.
for Ken.
And
And
that
he jumped
was-
like 12 feet.
that was the
Yeah.
one that Frankie was supposed to get in.
Yeah, he's like, "Yo, get in the car." I'm like, "No,
Thank God
Frankie."
you didn't.
I'm like, "No, I'm not breaking my spine." And they only get more and more intense. That's how it goes.
He landed like onto another jump. Like he cleared the landing of the jump he was taking to like on
was-
top of the next
I'm
jump.
glad someone got that on film because that was
Yeah.
fucking
That
gnarly.
was like one of the nutsest
Yeah.
things I've ever seen.
It was a pretty intense
With
jump.
my own eyes, like in front of me, I'm just replaying it, and I feel like it's even larger when I remember it.
It jumped over us.
It could have jumped over. He could have. I think he was very close to jumping a car.
Shout out
Yeah.
Ken. That was the
Yeah.
best jump I've
We
ever
were standing
seen.
on a mound higher than the takeoff ramp,
Yeah.
and his wheels were at our heads.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I was like, if they put a car there, he could jump it.
all the doors opened when he landed.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
Are you able to pull up Instagram? Do you have Instagram? We have this clip. It's on Ricky's story. He has the best one.
Yeah,
Ken's bent
Ricky.
about the fact that Ricky posted that and got all the like clout from it.
Well, first of all, it's because it's Ricky's Instagram too. you
yeah,
gotta
it
remember
doesn't
that.
hurt that he has like 100,000.
Yeah.
That was. I like that in the background though. You just hear Hop going nuts.
Well, because I heard him grab third gear, I was like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!"
2.2 billion views, dude.
fucking crazy.
Damn. Look at the intro photo.
Yeah, just
Frankie
like
right
in the
here,
Jeep,
this is
I'm
me.
good.
Yeah. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! The tail light!
Holy shit. Yo, Frankie's comment
know,
got
dude.
1,700 likes.
Why did it get 1,700 likes?
I'm good. That was literally.
Frankie gets a Jeep. I'm good.
Yo, I've never look at Malcolm full of life. Did you see him at the end?
Oh yeah. I remember.
Oh my gosh,
I
I've never
remember that
seen-
moment.
I think me and Beans like we're hugging each other in laughter.
It's like I will say it's pretty rare. I feel like that you could just get a group of like 10 people or more to just. My gut was hurting
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
laughing.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
headache.
Yes.
Oh
cheeks
my
hurt.
God,
Oh
like-
yeah.
That was like
Yeah,
one
you-
of the hardest laughs.
You guys showed us a
all
good time that night.
shared.
That was fun. That was
It was like that night we all. if we didn't own a crappy Jeep, we all had one after that. And it was too cold. I had intentions of like, I bought a crappy Beamer. I was like, I want to just drive a lot and just make sure like I don't lose any muscle memory, all this kind of stuff. And then it was like 12 degrees for a month straight. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to do that with this Jeep in the woods now.
I guess it's kind of the same.
Yeah,
I'm sure that'll translate 1,000%.
Maybe not. And if you see me run the car over and get airborne, you see what happens.
Right, right at season opener of Road Atlanta. I'm just fucking.
Yo, is Ken okay though? Like,
yeah, I think his back hurt for a couple weeks after that.
I would say so.
Probably
Jeep's
so
good.
bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
The crazy part was that Jeep was actually a totally okay car.
Yeah,
when he got there.
It was. He brings that up a bunch. He
Yeah.
drove me to pick up my truck in Tom's River today, and like they came up. He was like, I think I need to build another Jeep and like ruin that one or the one I already have. Because he's like, he definitely has some like.
So he still wants to like make that one nice. Dude, the shock mount broke off.
Yeah, but that could have been. That was like best case scenario.
Like what broke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His spine didn't break.
His axle
It had
and
the
all could have
tabs,
like.
everything was whole. I looked. Literally,
I
the
know,
shock
but, like,
was
that's-
just hanging there, and I was like,
That's only what you can see.
I think like his transfer case cracked in half and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's still functional somehow. He filled it with grease instead of oil, so it wouldn't leak, and it works.
I guess that's a thing.
The Jeeping has like we really leveled up on the stupidity with Jeeping this winter.
I guess that's like that right there is a prime example of when you give kids money. Like that shit escalated. I would.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, that's kind of what it's like. Except
would watch
Everyone bought their shit themselves this time because we're all older.
I
But
would
it
watch
really
the
is.
messages
we're
go
like-
by, bro, and it just like fucking just slipperiest slope ever, like of purchases.
Oh my god.
We all just like motivate each other to be dumber too. That's the problem. Like Bobby will do something, and then I'm like, well, I got to do that too. And then like next thing you know, like Ken's got to do it bigger, and then the next thing you know, like Ken's 12 feet in the air.
Yeah, and now I don't want to be 13 feet in there. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's topping that jump.
Bobby's always doing something too, though. That's
Right.
another guy
That
that I'm glad
Cadillac.
we've grown a friendship because Bobby is one of those guys where he just does stuff.
He's fearless.
The
Yeah.
plow on the
Fearless
golf
guy.
course had me dying.
Yeah, well, we all went to Canada, and he couldn't go. He got bored. He can't stand still.
He was getting cabin fever
Yeah,
crazy.
he put a plow on his golf cart
Yeah.
because we were ice drifting.
He looked so lonely in this. He posted a video in his story. Like it's just him in the garage. Usually there's like 20 people in there.
It's just him putting
Just
a
him
winch and a cable
drop-
on a plow.
Yeah, drops the plow. It's just him in there. I'm like,
That's amazing.
Hopefully, this like it's been a great like entertaining.
Winter, yeah.
Outside of drifting, like we're done driving or whatever, and then we have like a bunch of fun doing other stuff. I hope that like goes into the summer.
yeah. I don't think that you guys are ever short of having fun.
Yeah.
Ever. I love that.
There's no point otherwise.
That group of friends is so fucking awesome,
Yeah.
dude. You guys just help each other out all the time.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah, we're very thankful you guys invited us to that.
That was awesome.
Dude, I was
Friendsgiving.
glad you guys came.
Yeah, that was fun because we have our friend group here, but we don't really get to go to another friend group often.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see because it's like we know everyone, but we just
Right.
now Carl's part of the group.
Imagine me
I know,
trying
Carl
to
is part of the group.
Imagine me trying to explain that to you.
Yeah, no, it
And
would not have
Malcolm,
worked.
the
It wouldn't
next
have
You would
worked.
just get like, oh, sounds good, Carl. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't
oh,
really
yeah.
get it.
And then I
Yeah.
show you the video, and you're like, "Oh my god!"
That video would have been crazy to see though if
Yeah,
I wasn't
true.
there.
We
I would have been
just try
like,
to explain it to all of your listeners on
Yeah.
the podcast, though. So
I would have been like, you guys were in that fucking truck, like
and
that's
got
crazy.
back in after.
Yeah, Jeeps are fun, man. But.
So yeah, that's gonna translate really great into Formula Drift season.
Oh yeah, Formula Drift, yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you make this decision? Because this is a pretty big decision.
Like the first year, well, I mean, there's a whole
Let's hear it.
3-year build up to it, I guess, because I went from low horsepower driving all
Forever.
my life basically, and then I had the means and like the drive to build a car that was like outside of my comfort zone 3 years ago. So MA built this car for me. And the first year it felt like awesome. I was going to all these different places. I noticed like myself improving in ways that I didn't think like you had any more room to improve on because it's a car that's so challenging that's the first year with this high horsepower hatch. And then the second year, the ball kept like rolling. It just felt really good. So in the midst of the beginning of last season, they offered, instead of having to do a Pro-Am shootout series or anything, if someone like me, because I'm always like trying to do Drift Appalachia events or Grid Lifes, places where you're actually driving with either already licensed drivers or guys that have been in FD and stuff like that. Well, to make those events, you can't do these series. It's just, there's always a scheduling conflict. So I think they offered a scouting program of sorts that I signed up for. So it's a bunch of people, Reese, Brian Eggert, I think Dan Savage is on there, a bunch of other guys that are highly qualified to choose a good driver. And like, I got chosen out of that scouting program to do FD for this coming year.
Did you have to sign up for this program?
Yeah, so I was like told, hey, sign up for this. Like, there's going to be a bunch of other guys that do it, but like, we think you'd be a good contender for it. And if you don't want to have to dedicate yourself to like, I don't want to name the series because I don't want to seem like I'm bashing them, but it's a series or a bunch of them that I really wasn't interested in being a part of. So you cannot be obligated to go there. You can actually just keep doing what you're doing and maybe prove yourself in a different way to be qualified to drive Formula Drift. So I did that, and fortunately enough, I think it was me and one other driver from Florida got chosen out of however many signed up to get licensed for this season for ProSpec.
Wow.
And if that wasn't made available, I would have missed out on things that I think like drastically improve the driving abilities I have. Like Drift Appalachia alone is a huge like leap forward for confidence and like abilities and stuff. There's no such thing as like making a mistake. And if you do, you're probably writing off your car, or you're not having a good day. There's no such thing as like flying off track, getting back on and figuring it out. You know, you have to like in the moment have the reaction and the like bag of tricks to make it through there.
I've thought that since the moment I saw the first event. I was like, that is fucking crazy.
I've ended up in a ditch at those events. I had like an issue with my car. It was stalling for some reason. And it just was that like millisecond where you would have just gone wide and dropped a tire. I ended up in like a rock valley. And it's It's the matter of millimeters to change your day.
So that event definitely helps.
Yeah, all those events. Every time I leave an Appalachia event, I feel like I've learned something major. And then with Grid Lifes, like you're driving these tracks, you never get opportunities to drive Lime Rock. Well, Gingerman, I guess they drive a lot at, but it's a huge fast track, and you're with guys that are Pro 1 and ProSpec drivers, stuff like that. I just try and like sponge and absorb everything I can being in those situations. And I don't think there's anything wrong with the Pro-Am series that are available, but I think there's more to learn doing other things too.
Yeah,
so
I think the scouting thing was a good idea.
Yeah.
It lets people kind of get away from that whole like, oh, I got to do these 4 events this year.
Right.
And put everything towards it.
Yep.
Versus doing exactly what you just said.
I feel like you lose seat time almost having to overcommit to something like that, especially on a Pro-Am level.
Yeah.
So once that became real, like getting the license, I was already like mentally and somewhat financially prepared to make the jump, but I had to like I had to talk things over with the people in my life. Like, so Haley and we've been dating forever. I was like, look, if we're going to do this, we got to put on hold a couple other things that you're probably expecting right now. And she was totally cool with it. Thankfully, she's crazy supportive. And then the same with like, I'm close with my family, and we all run a family business. So I had to like approach them as well and be like, listen, I'm not disappearing, but I'm also going to have to dedicate myself when it comes time. Like these 4 events aren't just like 4 weekends. These 4 events are like the next 6 months of my life. So I basically am taking on a second job here, because I'm not going to just show up and try and be like the guy that was there. I'm going to show up and try and be the guy that's like the problem for the rest of the field, you know?
Yeah.
And it's easy to say and it's not easy to do, which is like, it just takes a huge mentality. Yeah. So. I don't want to just be there to say I was there. I want to be there and like have something to show for it. So hopefully my main goal coming into FD is to like, I'm not going to say I want a podium. I'm not going to say I'm trying to win a championship. I just want to be like the problem, the rookie driver that's the problem for everyone else, you know?
That sounds amazing to me.
Yo, I can't wait to have Hop on again, and then it's Rookie driver of the year.
Man, let's
Brian
hope
Howell.
so.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
putting
Come on,
whatever's in my control to make that happen. I'm doing it,
dude.
Like, putting the people, places, and things in the right areas. So,
And it seems like you're somebody that, since you have control of it, you'll actually do something with it. You just covered every avenue, like before even signing up for something. Like that's so incredibly courteous of you, like to think that way. You know what I mean?
yeah, well, I just didn't want anything in the back of my head to be like creating any hesitation. Like I don't want to be sitting on the line, first round, second round, third round, fourth, and have somebody's like
Voice
that I'm affecting negatively in the back. Yeah, that voice to change my focus, because that was the other thing that changed the past 3 years. You don't have to. You always have to focus. You're racing a car, sure, but when you're at a grassroots event, you can mess up and go out for the next lap and stuff like that. When you're in competitive drifting, like that mistake usually means your day's over. Like you've lost your battle or whatever, and it's just. Yeah, like I don't want any excuse other than like my own to like make me not have success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stress.
Yeah.
I'm getting stressed out right now.
You are?
Yeah.
So I thought it would, I do get stressed. I'm sure all my friends can attest to like the first year, especially like it was hard to handle stress, competitive driving. And now I've like come to use it as a tool almost, or at least overcome it a little bit.
You don't seem stressed to me, but
No?
what you're talking about.
Yeah,
What do you want Hops to
dude,
do?
fucking
Start
stress.
pulling
you,
his hair
you
out?
don't realize how much I think about it at this point, because it is a
Yeah.
huge financial commitment. It's time commitment. So if it's something you can't handle because it's stressing you out to that level, it's maybe not meant for,
Yeah.
I keep saying me. But
Yeah.
so I've been doing my due diligence on like handling it too. I have a lot of confidence in the people. Like I have Wilkerson as my crew chief. He's been the crew chief on multiple championship winning teams for Pro 1. Chelsea DeNova is going to be my spotter and setup guy. He's won his own championship and also helped Tommy Lemaire, who won the championship for ProSpec, and he's also helped Turek last year with car setup. And then the little bit of testing we've done, I've noticed a huge improvement on like, he could take my inability to like tell him how I'm feeling or what I think is going on in the car and then translate it to like a mechanical change that actually is helping me.
Yeah.
And then my two mechanics, I trust them too. Beans is actually like hopefully he doesn't get mad at this. He's like the second hand mechanic guy. Love him, and then Mike Cattell. I don't know if you know him.
I don't think I know him, but I know Front Street Tom was here earlier, and he was real mad at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Tom's having a baby, so
Yeah. I guess we were announcing that on the podcast.
he announced it.
Didn't know we were gonna do that.
No.
Sorry,
He-
Tom.
it's
out
internet
there.
knowledge.
It's
at
out
this
there.
point.
Yeah, it's out there.
But I had to think for him a little bit with that because I
Yeah.
wanted Tom.
See,
of
but
course.
this is him like thinking like
I
But
know.
I did. I was like, Tom, I think I have to think for you a little bit here. Like, you're about to have a kid with your girl. You just moved into your house. You just had like a little bit of a career change. Like, he got promoted within his own job. I'm like, you have all this stuff going on, which is all positive things that take a ton of your attention. And I'm going to ask way too much out of you, time wise
Yeah.
and dedication wise. Not to mention, you have your own drifting program to do. Like,
Yeah.
go do that and then find the time for the rest of the stuff.
I was just thinking about him drifting, and I was like, how's he
Yeah.
even going to manage to do both of those?
Right.
And
So
then
I
he
did
threw a
say
kid
all
into it.
that. Tom was just like, yeah, whatever, dude, fuck you.
Dude, I don't even really know what to say about that. I don't even know
No,
Tom
he's not
would
that- he's not
listen
that-
to this.
he's not
He's
that
not
Well-
mad. He likes to pretend he's mad, though.
Yeah, he's not mad.
No, but that was extremely thoughtful. Like,
Yeah.
and
Right?
Tom, I
I'm
think
such
you're
a
gonna
great
be
person.
Yeah.
You're going to be ready, Tom. You're going to be a great dad. Shout out Tom.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure everyone goes on his Instagram and
Don't do that. See, now you're making us the bad guy.
No, that's
Now
I
we're
hope
making
he's
it.
made a public post of this.
He
I'm
did.
pretty sure
He did.
All right.
Yeah, I saw it.
good.
Yeah, jeez.
That'd be real awkward if he didn't. We end this whole podcast and I call him. Yo, can I talk about this? No, you can't. You got to delete the
15
whole thing.
minutes,
don't-
edit it out.
Delete it, please.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we got a fun year this year. Like for us normies down here.
Yeah. For
too.
you, you're stressed as fuck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
We
No.
get to watch. After hearing that, if you're not hyped to see Brian on the line this fucking coming season, you're weird.
Yeah. True.
You're
Not-
weird. You don't love an underdog story? What kind
Yeah.
of?
Yeah,
what-
there's a lot of heavy hitters coming into ProSpec are already existing there. So I do feel like I am a bit of the underdog. I'm like the guy that's got to wake up, 4 or 5 a.m. run my business, and then
Oh shit.
go
Yeah.
figure out drifting stuff after the fact or
You
whatever.
got any tire sponsors? Is that still a thing?
I don't.
What's
I don't
the
have
tire
any
thing anyway?
So
I don't know.
I have to run GT radials,
Oh, okay.
255s for the rear. I'm going to try and run a 235/17 up front. I don't know how many other guys in ProSpec are going to do that, but so that's. I've been trying to find a way to get them cheaper, or at least like on the grassroots end of things for Appalachias and Grid Lifes and Club Loose stuff. But if anyone's out there wanting to sponsor a driver for tires, I'm hitting
good guy.
roadblocks right
He's a
now.
good guy.
Yeah,
That's why I'm a little confused. I'm like, okay, so they force you to use a certain tire,
yeah.
but they don't give you like they must give you a crazy rate on that.
Yeah, I mean the pricing seems reasonable, but they're still
Expensive.
it's over $100 tire from what
Yeah,
I'm gathering.
so.
And I mean Race Treads is the person or the company I'm gonna go through at least. I don't know if guys go to GT Radial Direct, and I am part of the ambassador program for Race Treads, so
Yeah.
I get a discount through them. And then also if you use code Brian Hop, you get a discount, and I get a little like incentive showing that I'm doing something for
that's
their
awesome.
sales. But yeah, free tires is always great too. And,
Yeah.
Hey, use the code Brian Hop, please.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Raise
I
would be
didn't know
helpful.
about that. What the fuck?
Yeah, Carl's gonna be using that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might. Yeah, not might, but if I buy it from
I
Race
might.
Treads,
I
definitely
don't know.
gonna use Brian Hop.
Yeah, definitely
That-
use it.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, I feel like you kind of need a tire sponsor before you go into this. But now that they kind of mandate the tires, I don't think it's the same as it was
It makes it
years
harder.
ago.
At least if you're trying to do only FD based program for like tire support, and you don't have an in with GT Radial, or maybe like I think there are a driver or two that has like maybe a Race Treads sponsorship of some sort.
Yeah.
But there's a huge pot of us. I don't know if it's 30 or 40 drivers in ProSpec that are using the same tire, same
Yeah.
company, same brand.
Malcolm,
Yeah.
could you look up when did Formula Drift mandate tire brand? Ask AI. They'll help you out.
What the fuck? Yeah, we're doing that now.
Sometimes you
Yeah,
get
we
a
are,
wild
unfortunately.
answer out of AI.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
dude.
are we talking about that top search?
Yeah,
suggestion?
That's what I'm talking about.
I didn't even
but
when that first
ChatGPT
came up.
4
I was,
too.
whoa.
Yeah, I mean it's here now. I mean it might be sentient. We don't know.
Didn't they try and like put a pause on it for a bit there? And
They did try for a minute. They were like, maybe we should stop, and then they got crazy with it.
Who?
Yeah.
What do you mean stop?
I don't know the name
Stop
of the company.
intelligence?
OpenAI. Is
I
that
don't
what
know.
it's called?
It sounds like you would know better.
I think
than
it's
me.
called OpenAI. Is one company, and Elon Musk was like, "Can you?"
I
you
remember
not-
Elon being vocal about it. Like, hey,
Yeah.
this is like we're not advanced enough to have
Formula
something
Drift
like this.
mandating tire brand
2014.
in 2014. I knew it was.
So that's when it went from Pro 2 to Pro Spec.
So it was Falcon Tire at first, and they supplied the tires for the series. Yeah, see, they did this for a couple reasons. The main reason is, I guess, not the main reason, but the main reason they'll tell you is so that everyone's on the
Right.
same tire. You know.
Yeah. So like maximum or minimum weight requirement and tire size is their best way of making an even playing field. And then there's link ECU requirement for all cars.
Which, how does that how does that help?
For the link ECU portion, look, I should know more. I don't.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I'm happy it's a great ECU that
It is a
they're,
good
they're
ECU.
forcing, quote unquote, forcing us to use. Maybe it's so someone like Kevin Wells can do their own like data logging or plugging in or understanding of the car or something like that.
So they can.
Maybe something with linking like the telemetry too. Don't
Yeah,
isn't there a lot
the
of
lights
like
and stuff.
data that goes through the ACU? And,
Yep.
Okay, if that's the
But
reason,
we're
then-
not professionals, and we don't. Or well, you are, but we don't know what we're talking about on this side of the table over here.
Leave this to I hate that you call me professional driver.
I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it.
I mean, maybe they just made a really good deal with them, or it's because of the things Carl just mentioned.
Yeah.
It could be. I mean,
That's all I could think
There are
of.
a few things that are confusing to the rule book at ProSpec. I know, like, in the midst of getting our car to, like, a little bit more higher caliber level, there's been some frustrations with, like, suspension point, pickup points, and things like that. I know other guys are frustrated with, like, steering column stuff and all. So ProSpec definitely has its other limitations to it. But the main, like, leveling the playing field factors, in my opinion, are the weight restrictions, the tire size stuff.
I was always a fan of the tire width to weight thing. I think
Same.
that was a major game changer when
Yep.
they did that.
I am too.
Yeah, because there was like no way to really regulate
Yep.
stuff like. I mean, it helped a little bit. Obviously, they haven't put a cap on power, so there's really no way to stop that.
I don't know how if at that point the power would matter.
That's why. That's why they did that.
Like my car would spin a 255 right now, but I
Right.
think it's funny because it's the standardized size is 255, and you have 300 horsepower SRs with a 265 on it.
I know.
Yeah,
With
set
And
up
then-
very differently.
And then
50
you wonder,
PSI
and you wonder why it's breaking it. Like the 255, I feel like that was like a big tire when I was younger. I was like,
Right.
man, this shit's wide.
yeah, it was.
And I had my suspicions that like my car, it was 600 horsepower basically for the first 2 years. So we tested before taking the car apart with a 255. 'Cause before that, I was running 285s, 295s, and I was like, this car is about to like just have no grip whatsoever. And I was like pleasantly surprised. It was like picking up the front end when I was like going to full lock and stuff. I mean, credit due to Chelsea because he set up the car for the 255, but I was surprised how much grip you can actually get out of that tire to the point where we had to like address, okay, 600 horsepower is not enough. Like we definitely need more power.
The fact you got Chelsea in your corner is pretty sick too.
Yeah.
He seems like a really like smart person
Very smart.
and direct, which I like.
Yep. That's what I like too. Like he's not going to cookie cut it.
Yeah.
And it's at many of the moments coming up, it's going to be like, I need to hear it how it is so that we can just like,
Yeah, I
get
don't want to
through
waste
whatever
time.
is
Yeah,
going
right
on.
now, tell me what I need
Yep.
to do. Yeah.
I feel like he's like the way more refined and tamed version of like me in the terms of like super aggressive, like always trying to somewhat be close to full tilt, but he's found a way to make it into like a consistency thing where I still struggle with my consistency. Like I can ride 60%, 70% and be fine. But the problem is once like the adrenaline flows or I'm in top 8, top 4 battles, it's hard to hold back like and not go to like 90, 100%. Because at that point you make a mistake or you blow it for yourself. Because I did that a lot the first years driving this car. So I'm hoping him being in my ear is going to really like reel back the hop insanity.
Yeah, you have a really good team set up right now. So yeah, this is looking to be a
This
really
shit
exciting.
is kind of serious.
Kind of serious. It's pretty serious.
The more we
serious
talk
quick.
about it,
Yeah.
I'm like, God, jeez, this is a lot.
God, geez.
God, jeez, it is a lot,
Yeah,
dude.
I don't want How's
It
mom
is
to
a
get
lot.
mad at me for it. Shit.
I mean,
You were one of the first people to call me, Frankie, once I got the license.
I was just thinking that too.
You were.
Yeah.
Because I was like, and it was funny you called me because I was like, oh man, I gotta like start spending money already, like body kit, wheels.
Yeah.
And you called me like the next day. You're like, hey man, I really want to get back in a car, back into Formula Drift. Like I'd like to like support you with a kit, Origin Lab kit. And I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Read
Yeah,
my mind.
I mean, the second I see like, you know, when Mike Power did it, and then
Yeah.
if I see people I know that are doing this, it's fine for me. I'm like, okay, that makes sense, you know, and we'll see what happens. If it doesn't go well, then it doesn't go well. If it goes great, then awesome. I don't care. Like,
Right.
you're my friend. You're one of the drivers I looked up to most as far as driving is concerned, which I really usually don't care about. I care more about how shit looks, obviously. But you were the only one at Club Loose where I was like, if you were driving, we had to go watch. Like we had to watch.
It's either gonna
no
be
matter
really
what.
cool or he's gonna blow it really
Yeah,
hard.
and it was always the bank. I was like, he's always just on the wall the whole time, like fucking sick. And I'm pretty sure you were the reason why Justin would always try to do that too. So yeah, that's what I thought of right away. I was like, wait, he's doing competition shit. We gotta figure out how we can help him somehow.
Yeah.
you know? So
No, it felt good that you like
yeah.
have this faith in me.
Are
No,
you
no, I
scared
do.
it's going to ruin things for you? We haven't talked about that, but I like to talk about the glass half empty sometimes.
Yeah. You like to be negative, got it.
Sometimes you just gotta be prepared for, you know? Like
I don't know.
you're scared it's gonna like ruin grassroots for you.
No.
Because you know how that sometimes gets lost, you know.
No.
Now it's like just about being a pro.
If anything, it's, you know, because I've been humbled already a bunch in the past 2 years. I keep saying the past 2 years, but it's like that's when I've changed like my momentum and like what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So being humbled was just like, I took it as more of like a motivator to like get over that hump. So let's say it is tough, especially now the new qualifying like way they're doing it, shooting out and tandeming to get into the show. let's say I don't make it into the show, the first event, like all I have to do is if I get down on myself, I'm only going to get worse. So I just have to make sure to use that to get better. So I don't think it's going to ruin. It's certainly not 100% not going to ruin grassroots drifting for me. That it would be something grassroots related would have to make that go sour. It's going to either make me love competitive drifting even more, or it's going to really like, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever hate it because I've never hated competitive drifting, even when I didn't do it or have like a drive to be a part of it. It's always been like a different aspect, a different mentality, a different like mental game for driving that I just want to be better at.
Is it like you switch to a different person almost when you're competing? It's like a totally different person?
I try to.
Yeah, I can kind of relate to that. With the one competition I ever did at Super D, I was like, all of a sudden I was like, oh, this is a different person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they say like some of the most successful professional athletes at any sport, they have like the ability to like click on like their flow state like right off the like bat, you know?
Yeah.
They're sitting for drifting, it's crazy. It's so much hurry up and wait. You show up to the event, you get unloaded, you get tacked, whatever. Then you like linger around for a bit. Okay, time to practice. Practice is easy, whatever, or it's hard, and then stop. And then in grassroots drifting, it's go qualify. You've been waiting for an hour and a half. All right, get in your car, go do the best lap you can right now. You know, and then for FD, it's like, okay, you're paired up with this dude. Go win the tandem battle with him right now. Go do the 2 best laps you can, lead and follow. It's like, wait, but I'm like sitting here for 2 hours, so it's like you have to find your way.
Yeah, that's crazy too.
Switch it on. It's that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
It's like getting in the car is easy, getting up to the line's easy, and then all of a sudden you got like 15 seconds, 20 seconds after the burnout box before you go, and you're like, it feels like an hour. You're like,
I wonder if there's somebody in the grid with like a sim in the back of the trailer. Just
Yeah,
fucking just
right?
Going for like,
That would be
like the
2
guy in
hours.
Fast and Furious playing the
Yeah.
video game before you
But
goes
then
off.
you're doing this, or not that this is drifting. That's
Yo.
just what I think of. Is like this motion is like
if that's not
I
already
need to wake up and like go flick the wheel the other way. Like
if that's
it's-
not already happening, someone's gonna have like
For
some
sure.
crazy
Oh, fuck, did I just
real
ruin
Are you guys
sim.
good at sim?
we could have had the
He
sauce.
is.
I'm sure.
I'm terrible, but
I'm terrible
he's
too.
good.
I use it to like learn tracks before I go there.
Yeah.
So that's why. Oh, okay. Remember when we were at the private day with Jimmy and I got in the car?
Yeah.
Never driven that car in my life. That's the sim talking.
Yeah.
Before we left, Jimmy walked up to my car, told me there's like, you know, different packs of cars you can have. Told me a pack of cars. He was like, this drives like an N style car.
Wait, he told you like what? Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
so
then-
he sims too.
How'd you do in
Okay.
that car when you
I
drove?
loved it.
He let like everyone drive it that day.
I know.
I got to drive it.
I got to drive it.
Dude, it was like a V8, but an SR.
Is it the Jay-Z
Dude, he
car?
was
or
so
No,
fast.
it's
SR
a
one?
G Series powered
Yeah, yeah.
SR.
Okay.
And it was like wet out, so I don't know. It was wild.
Fast,
Right
like-
off of the pedal. It's full boost.
I think it's the 85 too. Right?
Yeah, probably.
I've never driven an S chassis with an angle kit.
Yeah.
So, like, I wasn't expecting it to like I would just go like this a little bit more,
Yep.
and I'm like, how much does it have?
That's a B knuckle car too.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I drove a B knuckle car.
Dude,
and I'm not one for like big spaced out off the knuckle wheels and stuff, so it took a little for me too. But it was wild how responsive that.
Yeah.
Those G Series turbos, no wonder like people bend rods and stuff without a proper setup bottom end, because that's so much torque in like, it was like 2,500 RPM. He's building however much boost that thing had.
Well, none of that, and I was just shocked at how much bite it had.
Yeah.
My car is like a pretty
And you're talking in the
stockish
wet,
car.
too.
It was soaking wet,
Yeah.
and Jimmy was like, "It's pretty much the worst conditions right now, but you could try." And that shit sang.
He was in a real like
I got to
giving
hit-
mood that day. He let Digital Adrenaline Barry drive it, me,
Yeah.
you.
I
think there's like
I feel like once you let like 2 people drive it, you're pretty much fucked.
Right.
You gotta let everyone
I
there
hit
drive
tree
it.
turn with it, and like going from like off the. I didn't hit the bank because I personally just didn't trust
Yeah,
myself
fuck
with that.
that.
I feel like I could have done it. The car was so
yeah.
smooth.
yeah.
But I just didn't want to. Just
Me
because
and
somebody's
you-
nice to you.
We're both short. Did you have to like pile up some
Dude,
cushions or anything?
I was like, so I was saying no because that's just how I was. That's not my car.
Yeah.
It's you never drive somebody else's car. That's just like my dad's
He
rule.
forced you.
he did.
And then
he did
he
say
started.
to me too.
He's just started. Jimmy's like, oh, you'll reach it. I'm wearing hiking boots. And I got in the car. I'm like, Jimmy, nah, no, this isn't gonna work. I guess I can't drive it. And then he just started grabbing like every cushion.
Yeah.
And then now I was like right here, and I was like, I mean, I guess now I have to drive it.
And
But
it actually worked. Like you,
the
even
problem
all
is
the way forward. Like
he took all the cushions, including the bottom one, and now I'm like right here.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Like,
So
looking at the top
I
of the
could not
steering
see
wheel.
anything.
So now you reached everything, but now you're low.
I was just going based off of what I thought the track looked like at that point. Some of it, like the
I love how he
hairpin,
just whispers in your ear. It's like an N-style car. And
like right before we went.
Yeah, that's probably what gave him the confidence. He's like, hey, he's good at sim. I'll
Yeah.
just tell him what kind of sim car.
No, it was nice. Like the whole course front and back, I like tree turn into that little one. That's like
Hairpin? Well,
it's
backtrack hairpin or whatever.
Hairpin, just hauling and going.
That turn always feels weird to me because it feels like everything's off camber. Like the,
I freaking love
Yeah,
it, dude.
especially
Yeah.
the new pavement sections. They're a little bit sloped, like off camber. You're right.
Yeah.
That is
It's almost like you have to time yourself with like a bit of float if your car is float, or get on the gas like a smidge earlier to push yourself out of that, like, because otherwise you're going in the grass.
yeah. You if you go wide, you all of a sudden it's like you're going wide and then you're like dipping
Yeah.
down. You're like, what
now
the
you're in the
fuck?
dirt bike
Yeah.
track.
Yeah.
None of those dips are forgiving either because everyone drops a tire in the same spots.
Yeah.
So you're like picking up your front tire. Yeah.
When people would fly from XDC into that turn,
That's like my favorite thing to do.
that shit is
You're a
fucking
mad. This
bonkers.
is why. Yeah, you're a madman.
Yo, if I have to say it right now, that might be
Yeah,
that
when
might
I-
be the scariest transition
Nah.
for me on that track.
You think so?
I haven't hit it right ever, but
okay.
from watching people do it,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that seems like it. To
Where are
me.
you looking when you're all right? So you're finishing XCC front track, and then you're coming through.
I'm looking at the fucking track we got up here.
Oh shit!
Okay, so let me show you.
How are you going to see this, Malcolm? Your cam. Oh, yeah, the hop cam.
Hop cam.
Oh, take it off the wall.
Great, just take it off the wall. Sit down with it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
I had my mic all ready and stuff.
Yeah,
right.
hop was already.
Hop is like, what? You don't have cameras that move? Come on, bro.
Yeah, dude. Tracking.
I like how Malcolm. Before this podcast, you were the boss of Malcolm, and now Malcolm.
That's how it goes.
Is the boss of you.
Yeah, that's how it
It's
goes.
awesome.
You have no idea what that did for Frankie right now.
He's the producer.
Malcolm was correct.
He's the producer.
This is, by the way, this is not. I don't even know where you got that, but we don't sell this.
we don't sell this, but
This
you
is-
can buy these online.
Oh really?
Oh, really?
Just search it, you'll find it. Yeah, any track too. But anyway, so
Oh.
this is XDC. So you're gonna be lining up here.
Yep.
And then you're gonna come down here, and you're gonna hit first turn.
Entry.
Going a million miles. an
Transition.
hour.
Where you are right
bank,
there? Oh my
Transition.
God.
Coming through tree. Little left foot brake there. Come through here.
Okay, right here.
Yeah. So when you get to like right here, where are you? What's your line of sight when you're in your own?
My
car?
line of sight is going straight and not drifting because my car is not making that much power.
Dude, what?
Yeah,
I'm probably
no,
gonna be
I'm-
foaming at the mouth. That
Nope.
right?
I'm done right here. Literally.
If you keep dragging your finger up to the hairpin, like keep going, and then stop right there, and then drag your finger out to the out.
Yeah,
That's where I'm
exactly.
looking.
Yeah.
So then I
Exactly,
know
yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pitch the rear right there and just.
You're looking.
myself-
You're looking at this point when you're about here. You're saying,
Yeah.
So that's the thing to do. Like when I was like when we all were first trying this and stuff, a lot of guys got it right away, and I was like getting way too much angle here, coming up short, thinking about going too fast, and I was looking like down my hood just out of the fact that like it's fourth gear. You're like really kind of. I was getting intimidated and stuff. And then once I started looking like way far in advance to what I was doing, it exponentially helped.
It's hard for people to understand this, but if you have the video podcast, you can see this track. Just imagine how fast you need to
I'm
go
trying to think of
to get through this long ass turn, and then you're going to a hairpin.
Yeah.
It
feels
fucking
so
nuts.
good though when you like transition and
you're
all of a
just
sudden
floating.
you grab like you hit your bump stop as you like downshift and just floor it right through here.
Yeah, and
It's
you know you
worth-
could do the rest of it too. So you're like,
Right.
oh yeah, I'm fucking.
Usually by here I've like blown my quarter panel apart from the tire delamming. It's every time.
That watching XDC.
Hold on the last test
okay.
day.
Yeah,
On the last test day, I had like half a set of tires left in the hatch, and I did a big entry up regular, and then I clicked fourth, and I did that
Yeah.
off of like doing regular entry.
That's sick.
Yeah, it felt wild.
I
I
told
thought
you-
I was gonna blow my transmission.
Have you
apart.
ever done this layout? Hold on, give me that. Have you ever done this layout hop? Has this ever happened in the history of E?
Probably.
I call it the K-hole.
Oh God!
But
That's what hippies do at concerts. They find
it's
the
just my
K-hole.
name. But it would be like a hot
K-hole.
lap track. You would grid here. You remember the butterfly track at Lime Rock? It would
The
be
small
2
one?
laps. Yeah, it'd be 2 laps, and you get up.
Yeah, that shit was sick.
Fire. People want that again, but we
Yeah.
can't do that at Lime Rock anymore. So I had this idea, and we tried it out on the sim, which is great.
Uh-huh.
Fucking
Fucking
bullshit
K-hole.
like that. The K-hole. You would grid right here. You don't drift the bank turn 1, and you enter like XDC, and it would
Okay.
be this
Ah,
again, 2, and then
Yeah.
off, and then off,
so 2 laps
and
and
then
off.
grid right here again.
Huh.
The K-hole.
Not a bad idea. You've
brought-
done that on the sim.
Yeah, we do it a lot. Or sometimes, when people decide to listen to me. But yeah, that's the not driving the bank. The first one,
Right.
So
Get
then
it loose and enter a tree.
you get speed. So
Yeah.
then people get that. People love a big entry now. And then the stands. My idea was that since the stands are all there, everyone can see. I feel like sometimes, although as a driver, backtrack is fun as hell, and tree turn is sick. The people watching it are like, oh damn, we got to walk all the way over there, but now we can't see this one. So then it's like, I don't
There's
know.
some course layouts I've been trying to like figure out for come a few weeks from now when I'm like testing for Atlanta, and I want to figure out a way to replicate
Yeah,
like
good luck.
down the hill. After down the hill, like I'm not worried about the entry part. I'm not really worried about much, but what I would want to practice the most is once you transition from turn 1, the extension into the keyhole.
Okay.
That's like something, I feel like there's something either, I don't want to just go into the parking lot and set up cones because there's elevation change at Atlanta, but I feel
Yeah,
like
you're going
there
up.
is a course layout to be had within, Forgotten Turn's not on there, but within Forgotten Turn and all the kidneys and stuff and little access roads to like try and get close to that. Big, fast, slightly uphill, and then as it crests, grab, downshift, do almost like I don't know, the keyhole isn't that tight compared to like the hairpins
Yeah.
at E-Town, but I got to think up something. I've been racking my brain on what I could do to like try and test.
So what
that
are the
part.
4 events?
Atlanta's first, Jersey second, St. Louis is third, and Utah is fourth.
Oh,
so it
damn,
goes
Utah's the
Malcolm,
last.
can you-
June, July, August.
Malcolm, can you prepare the last 2 he said? St. Louis and what else?
Utah.
Utah? Because I don't think I know those, but I want to see them.
Utah looks
Utah's real
sick.
fast.
It's wild fast.
Yeah. St. Louis seems, I mean,
So
they
you-
all seem fast in their own right. Like, Jersey is not necessarily mile per hour fast, but everything you're doing is against a wall or crossing over into the outer zone of another wall. So, like, even though it's 60 mile an hour and less, you're doing it against a wall the whole time.
Yeah.
I'd
be panicking about Atlanta, but I guess it's not that crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. Atlanta seems just so, like, fluid.
Yeah.
Like, flows nice, and it's a big open, safe to crash
So
racetrack.
this one is St.
When is
Louis.
that? When is Atlanta? You said May?
Atlanta, yeah, May 8th and 9th is ProSpec, I think.
Yo, I might have to fucking fly down
Yeah?
to Diego's and go watch that shit. That'd be sick.
I mean,
I've
would be
never been to
cool.
Road Atlanta.
No?
No, and
Me
I,
there's-
either.
they're-
it looks like the sickest viewing.
Yeah, it's awesome. And because they have like all around keyhole and the big sweeper and everything.
Yeah, that's
It's awesome.
what makes it like. I remember seeing,
And it's May in Atlanta. It's not like July in
yeah.
Atlanta.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
nice. As long as it doesn't rain.
but like old Formula D video. That's the track. Like you would watch them come down the straightaway.
Yeah.
This is St. Louis.
Yeah. This is St. Louis, but
But I'm talking about Road Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like when you come down the straightaway, like that shit was the coolest thing. But this is
Yeah.
St. Louis. Okay,
Yeah,
I
the
don't know
entry
any
at
of them.
Atlanta is so cool. And they're incorporating Grid Life and FD are in the same weekend.
Oh
this
my
year.
god, Jesus.
Yeah. So there's like so much to see. You
Yeah.
have ProSpec, Pro 1, and then Grid Life on top of that. And I'm not sure. I'm sure. No, I'm going to say I'm not sure. I'm sure. Maybe there's road racing because Grid Life's going to be there as well.
probably.
So that's a ton.
Oh my
if there's
God.
a FD event other than Jersey that you want to go to, I would say that would be the one.
Yeah.
Is there a real photo of this, Malcolm, so I can like see?
Oh, you want to?
I like how I have you guys talking about FD so much.
Yeah, this is fun for me because I don't know shit about it.
Yeah, it is.
We'll
Nah,
learn together. I don't know
it's
shit
new.
about it either. But
so how long have they been racing here? A while now?
at St. Louis,
Yeah. Oh, I kind of remember this.
Oh wait, I also remember.
I feel like
this.
St. Louis and Utah is definitely one of the newest venues. But
they
St.
go
Louis
through
is
that rumble
pretty
strip
new.
right there, or am I missing something?
Yeah, this is shut down. Basically.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh, they shut it down right there.
Like, I don't know where they put the line. I think they changed
Okay.
the line.
Yeah.
It used to be like drift through the rumble strips. They might have now made the line.
Okay, so this is kind of like the last turn.
Yeah, but you have to come through here, extension. I believe there's like an outer zone or a touch and go. And
Okay.
then the same right against that wall, and then outer zone all the way through here.
All right, Malcolm. Now go back to the other one. Now that we kind of. Okay, I see. All right, so that's the end.
Yeah, but the entry is
Yeah,
fast.
the entry in the second
entry
turn.
is fast.
Yeah, entry is fast.
And then
There's no such thing as going slow in Formula
Yeah.
Drift.
and
Thank
then
God. That's the exciting part for all the
A
spectators.
lot, yeah.
Yeah.
There is something to be said about, though, like slow technical drifting for sure. Like,
Yeah, with 300 horsepower cars.
right,
less.
exactly. It is stupid when you're like,
To me, I don't know.
No, I
Yeah.
agree. I fully agree.
I think it's just like it's scaled down a little bit.
You know what? I say that, but then at the same time, I think about Formula Drift New Jersey, and I'm not a fan of that track, but when Formula Drift is going on, it's fun to watch.
And it's like, you're right on top of it. Like in the stands, you're just like, you're within almost like,
Yeah,
it's like
you're
being in a
right there.
splash zone at SeaWorld.
It feels like you're watching a gladiator battle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's like as close as you can get to
Yeah.
it with drifting. So that's why it's fun. We're screaming out in the
And it's so
like,
cool,
fun.
like the cars echo through the little tunnel that you go
Yep.
through on the entry and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're seeing the entire lap.
and it's cool because they do have a lot of power, so it's ridiculous. You
Yeah.
know, it's like tons of smoke for no reason, and it's just a figure eight, but it's
we
just
never ran.
crazy.
None of us drove that.
I
I've
never drove
driven
it. You would be the only one that.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Trying to do that track like the weekend after Atlanta. I mean, after
Oh, it's
Formula
grippy as
Drift.
fuck.
Is it grippy?
Yeah, because then you go to walk it, the tire like
That's crazy.
on the track is so crazy.
All right, maybe we'll wait a little
let
later
it peel
down.
up or
yeah.
something. Or if it rains, it's the opposite.
I
no,
like-
no, Malcolm,
um,
go back.
I like when we're talking about outer zones and all that stuff. I like that because then you could kind of picture the car doing it in my head. So
Yeah.
then I'm like, oh, I
Yeah. So
I
what are
like-
you worried about here? So what's like the entry speed for Outer Zone 1?
I don't know. That's a good question, man.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna find out, and on your next episode, you're gonna let us know.
There's
Yeah,
some people
yeah.
out there, Hop, who
I would
probably tell
assume
you.
it's somewhere, 80 mile an hour or so.
Yikes!
That's not that. You never ripped your handbrake at 80. It's fun.
I did it at 100,
Oh yeah, that's fucking cool.
and I almost died.
Oh
That was the day I almost died.
That's also almost cool.
No, but yeah, 80 miles an hour. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, like I mean, I purposely like don't know what mile an hour and stuff because I just want to know, hey, what gear should I be in for this? All right, so then I'm either going to be mid range or close to the top of that for my entry, and then I'm going to keep in my power band and keep in every zone after this. And if I'm fighting the car to do that, not just for this track, for any track, if it's a fight for me to do that or feels unnatural, I want to just be able to verbalize, hey, it feels weird here because I keep having the tendency to do this. And then somebody else that's way more qualified than me addresses what to do. Because
Yeah.
I feel like if I give my 2 cents, I don't know enough to set up the car to do it the right way. All I can do is tell you how what I'm trying to do and how it's making me fail to be where I'm supposed to. And then
Yeah.
somebody
they
else.
pretty much have to like totally get in your head and understand how you drive as a driver. But that's
Yeah.
okay because they've seen you driving for the last however long. You know.
And what you would think within testing and like everything else, we're going to learn about each other because there's also stuff I have to learn about, like in just communications.
Yeah.
My communication skills to my spotter definitely could use work for
Yeah.
sure.
Your spotter, Chelsea Denova.
Yeah.
Just yelling at him like fucking, I don't know this.
Well, yeah. and So I counted at one point how many times I said, I don't know, but, and he was just like, he was getting so sick of hearing it, I'm sure. He was like, I get it. You don't know. Just explain what you think. And at the end of the day, he was like, okay, so I figured out one thing. You keep calling forward bite, side bite, and side bite, forward bite.
Okay.
And I was
Some
like,
shit I would
okay,
do.
so I still don't know what those things are. Great.
Yeah.
You know, but
yeah, that's some shit I would do.
yeah.
I don't know any of these.
Well,
fucking
because it's
terms.
like the opposite of what at least someone like me would think. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to explain it because
Yeah.
I'm going to be wrong.
Hey, and this
Go
guy
for it. Go for it. I'm gonna be wrong
This
too.
guy a license? What is going on? Like some kid is
Yeah.
gonna.
Here,
be,
you know
oh
who
my
knows
God.
it? Carl knows it.
What?
Yeah,
What's-
all right.
what's
Let's
side
hear
bite?
your definition of side bite versus forward bite and what they are, and let's see if it was what I think it is.
Oh, okay. So if a car is like, let's say you're in drift, Side bite to me is like it's reluctancy to resist going
Reluctancy to
Past.
resist.
past that point. You know what I mean?
No.
Past the
resistance
spinning out.
towards
Yeah.
getting more angle.
Malcolm,
Or
get on
not
that
angle,
AI
but-
real
Yeah.
quick.
I know what
It's
you're
like-
saying. That's exactly what.
That's
Yeah,
what
I do
I
want.
think.
I do want AI.
That's
to
what
do
I
that.
think
yeah.
side bite is. Forward bite is when I am mid drift and I get off the clutch and I'm on the gas and it does that.
Lurches forward.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, this thing's got forward bite.
It has forward more momentum.
yeah, and
my-
I can get in the pocket
yeah.
of my tandem
Okay.
partner.
I'm going to
better.
admittedly say I still think I get them mixed up because I'm stupid, but I'm pretty sure side bite is wherever your wheels are pointing is where the car is going to be driving, front wheels. And forward bite is wherever the rear wheels are pointing is where the car is going to be driving.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's a even better way to explain
but
that.
And what I had, the way I had it reversed was because in drifting, you're sideways moving forward.
Whoa!
we got Terminator
Whoa!
answering.
This is that is actually freaking terrifying.
Yeah, you never seen ChatGPT 4?
I've never used it for
So
anything.
side bite
This is gonna be your new
definition.
best friend.
Side bite refers to the grip generated by the tires when they are working sideways during a drift. It's the force that helps the car maintain control as it slides sideways
general.
around a corner.
That's real generalized. That
Yeah.
your definition was better. Hop.
If my definition was right,
Chelsea's gonna hear this and beat your ass.
he's just gonna call me stupid. No. Well, front tires also contribute, but to a lesser extent. See, so I think I said it the opposite. I did.
Well,
Wait.
hopefully Chelsea can come on here and explain this to all of us because
Yeah.
No, you did.
Forward bite refers to the grip generated by the tires when they're driving a car.
I feel like we're solving a fucking
I feel like this is
word
so boring
problem.
to people listening.
Yeah, I don't know.
right
No,
now.
they're sitting in their chair yelling, "No, it's not. No,
Yeah.
it's not. No, it's
No,
not."
I could probably name those people that are doing that right now.
yeah,
it is
Josh
insane.
DeLees.
Oh, call Josh. We can figure this out right
We
now.
really could, honestly.
No, don't.
I don't want to either.
So
I think we're right, though. I think we're all right.
I
We just
think-
are saying it in our own ways.
In our own heads, we know what.
So wait, I think I was right because too much forward bite can lead to understeering because the rear tire is going to be overpowering the front, driving it the opposite of in drifting at least of where you're pointing the car. So I think I might have had it right.
Yeah, no, that what you
By
said.
the time I go to a grid in Atlanta, I'll have it 100% right.
The main
1000%.
thing is you and Chelsea need to be on the same page.
Yeah,
that's
so
the main
he
thing.
knows
Yeah.
at this point.
You guys need your
50-50
own-
shot. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You got your own language now. I was gonna say that. It sounds like your whole team is people that you know already.
Yeah.
So there's I don't know. Like if I looked at you, if we were ordering food or something, and I looked at you without saying anything, I can communicate.
You would know what I
yeah.
want.
Right.
So on a
Juicy platters.
on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
Like your pit crew and everybody like that is gonna know hopefully
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Right, or at least Chelsea will. For Brian and Mike Cattell and Beans, like they just have to know the car and then
Yeah.
communicate accordingly with like what the recommendation
Does
is
it
of
like
Chelsea.
that's the tertiary like
Well, they
It-
just
at
have to
least-
fix it and maintain it.
Yeah, correct.
Chelsea has to tell them what
what
needs
to
be
do?
done.
Oh,
Yeah, and
okay.
and tell me what to do as well.
Yeah. So
Boss man Chelsea.
Yeah, that's sick. Dude, that's a dope name.
it's a good team, man.
Yeah. Boss man Chelsea.
What if I'm not naming my team that?
No. I'm saying it's a good team of guys.
Oh,
yeah,
team
yeah.
of
You
guys.
can name it whatever you want.
I thought you said team name.
I think Mulch Crew is good.
Mulch Crew?
Yeah.
Dude, I think that when Hop gets on the line, you know the other persona is when you say Hop's full last name.
Yeah.
I wonder if the
I'm interested to see if it's going to be Hop or
Yeah.
kiboshed version of Hoplamazian. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Dude, like
Yeah, good
Or
luck
I
with
tell
that.
them,
What's
like-
your nickname going to be on there?
I don't know.
oh
That's going to be good.
the mulcher, bro?
No.
Oh God.
Someone's
yeah.
going to set you up. Yep.
Yeah, we're getting
Nah.
shirts made. Haley, please. Haley 1, Haley 2. As somebody's gonna pull this together, the mulcher, bro. And now you're gonna be known on the internet as that. Oh my God.
You're
Right.
so
The
excited
mulch.
for something I hate.
Stocks,
Yeah.
stocks
I get it.
through the roof.
You get it?
I get it.
You do. I
Yeah.
can tell by your.
I know how it feels to be called shit you don't want to be called. I get it. Like
The bovine.
Like finish your fucking car, shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even. I wasn't even going to say it.
Yeah, you said it earlier.
I was
but-
checking it out. No, I didn't. I said
Me-
this is the
Hop-
most drifting we've done. You've
Hop-
done.
Me and Hop pushed a car earlier, and he said, "This is the most drifting you've done." And I pushed a car around a corner. I was like, "All right, cool, man.
Well, it's no
Here's all your free shit. Thanks."
Now get the hell out of here.
All right, so St. Louis.
Why are you hooked on St. Louis?
I want to know more. I want to talk about
look
these
at
tracks,
Utah,
bro.
No, look at Utah. That
All
one,
right. St.
that
Louis.
one.
St. Louis is beat. All right, go to Utah.
And on top of Utah too, not to nerd about it, the cars hate that track.
Let's
'Cause
look
it's
up
hot
like
or what?
Pluto Road in West Virginia right now.
Oh, that's
That's because that's the I think
the Appalachian.
well, they're doing it in West Virginia, so my
that's a
assumption
new
would
one?
be no. It's one that we've done like twice before.
Okay.
That's like the many of the drivers' opinions.
Don't listen to Hop. Go back to
what?
Utah.
No,
I
don't
wanna
listen
see
to
this
the
first.
guest of honor.
Yeah,
Listen to
don't
the
listen
guy
to
who
Hop.
owns the building.
Okay, wait. So you start there. You drive straight into a 90-degree turn.
Yeah.
Okay, outer zone 1.
Inner clip 1.
Oh, nice. Okay, so how is this faster or slower than the other one? You think?
I would think Atlanta's faster
What about St. Louis?
than St. Louis. I would think St. Louis is slower.
This is Utah.
That's not Utah. That's a. Oh, it is. That
No,
looks so much.
This is not a
like,
good sign.
Shit, Hop.
Hop. This is not a good sign.
Damn it.
This is faster than St. Louis.
Okay.
Tell me that doesn't look like the
little bit,
downhill.
a
I
little
wasn't
bit.
looking for
It does.
evil yet.
To scale, like I don't know if it's just me, but the road looks skinnier and it looks like we're taller, we're higher up.
This is all blacktop here. So I think the.
Oh, I see.
And then I don't know what year is this. The most recent one, because I think they were crossing over the rumble strips for their outer zone 1.
Click that one.
2023. All right, that's 2 years ago. That one.
Yeah, so they changed it for last year. Like there was an outer
Oh.
zone past these rumble strips. There was a bit of like
So is there any elevation change on this, or is it
no,
just flat?
I think that's pretty flat.
Okay.
Atlanta has a lot of elevation change, and if St. Louis has it, it's very deceiving. It looks flat.
Yeah, it does look flat. So it's really just Atlanta as far as elevation.
I'm
Which
talking-
I
Yeah.
mean, that's good for
Yeah.
you. You know, I mean,
I
that's
would-
too much crazy shit.
I would think Atlanta. It seems like that elevation change is something that you can't like discount because you're going uphill into that keyhole where you then have to hit an outer zone, so it could like slow you down.
Yeah, that
too
makes
much.
it way harder.
Yeah,
adding
definitely.
adding the variable of elevation change is just going to make it more difficult.
Yeah,
so
and that entry is that downhill is pretty significant as well.
it's intimidating for sure. It seems.
Well, I was talking
I've-
straight up like the height of the of Utah track. I heard it like affects the tune or
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
definitely.
Like
Yeah.
you're
Elevation, yeah.
high.
I
up.
was hoping to have my car out there like far in advance to make sure like there's no tuning like things that have to go on or whatever.
Yeah, because
I'm going to be running a good bit of nitrous and stuff. So like, I would hope I want to do my due diligence whenever we're allowed to practice there before they like have the cutoff. It's like 2 weeks before or whatever. I would hope I get out there for that.
damn,
for
so
sure.
you're gonna have to try to get out there with the car. Before.
Yeah, I think Andrew Fable offered to drive the rig out for that event because it's in August. I'm busy at work. I'm always busy at work, but to do that cross country trip is going to be a little tough for me. So I was like, if you can get it out there,
yeah.
it'd help me out a lot. Then I just have to like double down on a plane ride, and hopefully it doesn't crash. 'cause
Everyone-
that seems to be a
everyone's-
thing right now.
Yeah, what's up
Dude,
with
did you
that
see
shit?
the one that flipped
Utah-
over?
Yeah.
Canada.
But it landed and then went like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuts.
The one in Philly really is wild.
Whoa,
all the
wait.
like ring camera footage of that and
Oh,
stuff.
the chopper and everything.
No,
No,
this
where-
was after the chopper.
another one?
You didn't see the Philly,
I don't
Dude,
think so.
it
Mal-
went down
Malcolm.
in. Oh, did you hear that too?
That shit was crazy.
In the
Yo,
Philly.
Wait, when was this?
It looked like a missile
Yeah.
launch, like attack.
Are you telling me there's a conspiracy?
No, well, I'm sure there is because there's like it was. I don't know. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah,
well,
yeah, yeah.
actually, I will get into that, but
He said, "Fuck it, I will get into
No,
that."
there's a video
it's
where
really close to where Reese
to
lives,
the right,
though.
the Times and the Sunday Times.
Just make sure
See
you
the
don't put the-
121K. It's a minute long. It's got to be just a
don't
video.
put the
yeah,
audio
yeah. Here it is.
So. Yeah,
There's
and
the-
so there's a
Bro,
million other
what?
clips, people's ring cameras and stuff. This is like Route 1 and Roosevelt Boulevard and I forget the cross street, but it's extremely
Oh, here's
busy.
some more. Oh,
yeah, there you
God.
go.
Dude, I had no idea about this.
This thing took off like 2 minutes before and then instantly just fell after taking off into the situation.
That's kind of weird.
yeah.
That's really
Fuck,
fucking weird.
that's
I
horrible.
texted
Supposedly-
Reese making sure he was like good, and he's like, "I'm sitting in a crap load of traffic right now because of this."
Supposedly, there was a kid on that plane that was returning home from a life-saving surgery.
Yeah,
It just said a girl from Mexico or something.
Yeah.
Was a seriously injured girl or something.
Yep.
Well, now she's really fucking injured.
She had just like gotten
You're a
done
piece
her
of
successful, I think it was cancer treatment surgery and stuff. And
You're-
her mom was with her and stuff.
Her mom was with her?
Yeah, it was like a
horrible for
private
that.
I'm telling you what
medical plane deal, whatever. I
Okay,
just sounded
so
like an idiot,
so who
but-
shot it down?
No, I think there's.
Is that what it
they
is?
were saying that this company that owns these private charters and stuff, they had a similar accident out of Mexico once before and stuff like that. So, and they follow different FAA regulations on prep and stuff like that.
What did they crash into?
They crashed into an intersection, a very busy intersection in Northeast
How many people
Philly.
died?
I don't know about non-passengers of the plane, but everyone on the plane's dead. This thing fell 30,000 feet per second.
Oh, they were
Onto
up.
the ground.
They were up for a while then.
I don't think so. They weren't up.
Well, 30,000 feet is fucking high up there.
No, like that's how fast they're moving. 30,000 feet per second. That's what Rich Whiteman said, at least.
Oh well, he's smart
I
as
trust
fuck,
that.
so
Yeah,
we gotta
definitely.
trust that.
Definitely.
Dude,
That's
yeah. I mean, I
horrible.
saw the one in Canada, and I'm watching. I didn't even see that.
Canada's the flip over on
Yeah.
landing one,
Yeah,
right?
the only thing I saw was somebody grabbing yams.
shit. I mean, it was a
real
windy
quick.
fucking day, but
Nah.
like,
Yeah, so like it's weird though. He like lands, his like wing comes off, and they just roll right over.
Augusta will do.
so I used to fly a bit. I was never.
Oh,
I never
really?
got my license, but
Yeah.
I was a student pilot. I guess I still am, but I haven't flown in a while. Landing, never did it
Yeah.
alone. Still, dude, that was the scariest shit every time.
I can
Anytime
see
that he made me think he was gonna give me the controls, I was like, bro, if I fucking hit one of these pedals
Right.
the wrong way and the rudder goes,
We're done.
we're just gonna fucking flip.
Yeah.
But at least that's what I think. But he made it seem he would always make it seem like it's not
It's
as
not as snappy
serious
as you're, like,
exactly.
thinking. Yeah.
Because you got to remember you have all that air pressure as you're
Right.
landing. So maybe they're a lot heavier than I'm making it seem. But still, dude, it's scary as fuck because you're like, because you got to keep it straight too.
Yeah.
So you're coming from the air, your pedals are controlling your rudder, but then you're transitioning to the ground, and now the pedals are controlling which way the plane's going to pivot.
Right.
So it's like if you do it wrong, you just picture it tipping.
I don't know when I because Frankie bought me a little gift card or gift
Yeah, he flew too.
certificate for me to fly this.
Oh yeah.
thing.
Did you do it yet?
Yeah,
Nice.
It was freaking awesome. I waited until it was fall, like I fucking
Yeah. So it's nice and
so
like
it's nice out,
beautiful.
But then,
Yeah.
so that landing thing that Frankie's describing, accurate as fuck. Because when we go to land, you get, first of all, if you've never experienced it, it's like they just let you.
Oh yeah,
Do
it's
your
crazy.
thing in the air.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
in the air, the guy was like, "All right, I'm gonna let go now."
Sounds awesome.
And then I'm like, or well, first of all, it started when we took off, and then the guy's like, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. And I'm like,
You're like,
me?
what?
Like, why am I doing this?
Who else
Like,
are you even talking to, Carl?
like, I know, it's just like, I thought this was just like a little introductory thing. Like,
They
so
always try to get you to take off.
So we,
Like,
I pull up,
It's crazy.
and then
they
apparently,
just have like no fear.
Trust me, it doesn't make any sense. When I was there and they were talking to me, I was like, wait a minute. You're just gonna let me fly this shit?
I'm
what I
thinking
thought.
about like when you go to like a go-kart place, they don't give you full power of the go-kart for
Yeah,
a
and
while.
you're on the ground.
And you're like in an airplane with some dude and he's like, yeah, go ahead, Junior.
Yeah,
Like,
and I guess in their head they're like, "Oh, well, I could just take control." It's like, can you?
Yeah.
Because what if I'm stronger
how
than
fast?
you? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you overpower them.
what if I'm stronger
What if
than
I'm
you?
stronger than you and I decided today's the day we're gonna die?
They gotta have
Like,
something
what?
that like kills your controls.
I don't know. They don't. It's all cable driven.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's
Dude, it's crazy.
When that,
So
another,
like when you're controlling both of the joysticks,
Yes.
he would have to
Yes.
overpower you.
when,
yeah.
when he's moving it, yours is moving.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
nuts.
When we were going up into the air, as soon as them fucking wheels came off the ground, it just did not feel safe at all. At all. I think I called you after.
Yeah.
Dude, it felt like a Miata when it gets a big gust
Oh yeah.
and you put it in the air, and that shit was just going like this, and I'm like, this.
You start
can't-
panicking because
Yeah.
you're like, wait a minute, I'm doing this.
And
shit.
then it was cool.
It
And
is
then-
once you're up in the air.
but
What you just said reminded me. Beans was following me Saturday on the highway, and it was like 60-mile-an-hour gusts.
Oh,
and
my
he's in his little
God.
Corolla. I'm in like my pickup truck.
Yeah.
So I felt it like shake me. I'm like, woo. And I looked back. Beans was like in the shoulder.
just fighting for
yeah,
his
like counter steer. Just
like he's on a pirate ship. Just fucking like holding.
That landing though, so you don't land it yourself. But when I was going, that the knowledge that the controls both moved at the same time, I want to say
You were ghosting him?
I was fully moving it, and he was like, "Oh, wait a minute," and then just stopped talking, and then I was just doing stuff, and we were on the ground.
So you kind of landed it?
Shut up.
Crazy. Yeah. And then I was like, was I
That's
supposed to do
crazy.
any of that? And he goes, typically not, but
You did good.
yeah, good job. I'm
We're
like,
here.
what?
We're here.
What?
Yeah.
What? We were going to die.
Have you ever
Great.
watched people landing at E-Town, like on a windy day?
I haven't, but I can imagine.
Back when like the drag strip was open, I think I was hanging out with Mike Knapp and like it was Petty and stuff. It was just like us near, and we were watching all these planes land, but it was like kind of breezy. They would be in full parallel to the ground, fine, looks good, and every single plane at a certain altitude, pretty close to landing, they would catch like the same stream of air and go like this, and then just land.
my
Yeah.
So
God,
every
bro.
plane was going like this, and they go whoop, whoop.
And that's the pilot going like that really quick to correct it
Right.
before they hit the ground. Like, please.
After the first one, I looked at Mike. I'm like, dude, what was that? And he's like, every plane's going to do that today. I was like, what?
Do they know? Yeah,
Why do we not have
they
Mike
usually
on here, bro?
We have to. Everyone yells at us too because we haven't.
Yeah.
I freaking love talking to
I'll
Mike.
hit him up for
Mike
March.
called. We were at
You
the
would
shop.
need like 6 hours though. 'cause
That's fine with us.
He
I'll
knows
clear
how
out the
to tell
whole day,
stories.
dude.
Yeah.
When
I
when
really
Mike
wanted to get
calls
him
me-
and his brother on here, but
Yeah.
just to,
That'd be
have
cool.
History of E-Town. A little
Mike calls you killer, it's a good day.
bit. Oh yeah.
Hey, killer. Oh shit. Fuck yeah, I'm ready today.
He's
Like,
joining the V8 crew.
Oh yeah.
what?
I convinced him to get.
Oh no, you convinced?
I didn't do the convincing. He, like, in the midst of tandeming with my brown car, was like, I need the replica of this setup. And I was like, it's a cam with an LS3. He's like, got it. And then,
What did he have? A Jay-Z?
yeah, well, he's got multiple S13s. Like,
Okay.
all those cars still will be in existence. I think he had 2 Jay-Z hatches, though. And he was like, I don't need 2 of the same car.
Yeah.
I'll put a V8 in one of them.
Yeah.
So he's going to do that.
Well, at least he ran a Jay-Z for a while.
Yeah, he has an
before he
SR
ruined his
car. He has
life.
a Jay-Z car. He's going to have an LS car. He's going to have, like,
He needs a KA car.
does he?
No, he needs one. I don't know if he has
yeah.
one.
No. He does not
I
need
think
a
everyone-
kid.
Why not?
I think
Dude,
everyone
it's
needs a KA
so
car.
fun being
would
in a
be-
low horsepower car.
Oh,
and it's
dude.
coming from someone who's gone way in the wrong direction of saying that.
I've
But
never experienced that end, but the low end, we're having fun down here. This is great.
Carl, you should come. I mean, we're a little late now. Like winter's almost over, but you should come too, of course. But you don't ever want to go drifting.
Oh, are you gonna tell
Ice
me
drifting.
lake? Oh my god! When
Ice
Chris
drifting.
sent,
Ice
when Chris
drifting.
sent that paragraph, Chris
So
gave
much
us the
fun.
best proposal ever. He's like, guys, we need to do this. I spent X amount of money. It was a good deal and tons of fun. I might.
So what's the situation here?
The
I don't know.
situation is so I don't know exactly the coordinating of event part. Like it's
Yeah.
almost like make sure the ice is thick enough, and that the FDF race shop guys seem to be the ones that are like managing this lake, or at least getting onto it to do these events. But basically, near their shop, within 30 minutes, there's this resort lake thing that they plow a track because it's always snow covered, and then you go out and you put studs in your tires and you go drifting on a frozen lake.
It's kind of sick.
It's sick.
It's
I've
Until you go
never-
into the lake.
Can we
No,
pull up
I
Chris
know.
Knapp?
I was worried about that,
Thank you.
and they were like, "This."
Wait,
is
they're
like,
in Canada, right?
Yeah, it's like near Ontario. It's in Trent, Canada.
Yeah, that shit's frozen, I'm sure.
It's like 21 inches thick.
The ice.
Dimitri had his F450 drifting on the
That's
lake.
insane. Okay.
Ooh,
I-
that's a lot of weight.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
it was to the point. I got a little bit of the short end of the stick on the last time we went because within like the first 2 hours, I blew the clutch out of like my car. So I ended up just having to like throw it into first, jam it into second, and then like left foot brake instead of having a clutch, which I made the best of it. It was fun. It was really fun, actually. I also ended up in the snowbank more than anyone that was there that day. But like you can go, as your car's not overheating, you just continue drifting. Like I was out there for like an hour and 20 minutes straight, and then I was starting to run out of gas, and I was like,
Because the tires aren't wearing down.
No.
Nothing.
An
And we
hour
had
and
'em-
20
we-
minutes, Hop? What
like
the
literally straight,
fuck
'cause
of
just drifting
sliding.
on this lake. Yeah.
in your
It was
drift
in.
car.
I have this like 325
Okay.
4-door shit box that
Yeah.
I have to fix so Haley can learn how to drift. But that's the perfect kind of car to do it with.
Yeah.
there was like 800 BMWs and then like 2 other cars, and one of them was Chris Knapp's.
Dude,
LS.
Chris took his car that he had. Oh wait, yeah, here it is.
That's Russo's car.
What is
That's
the texture
Grant.
like?
I think
like,
that's
what's
me
the
running into Grant.
what's the forward biting, side biting situation?
Dude, the studs work phenomenal. So when you start to lose your front end, you have to use your left foot brake a good bit to keep it in check. But this is like, yeah. So that's
it
me
just looks so
behind.
goofy, dude.
That's Dimitri. Yeah, that's me in the lead of Wilkerson. It's so much fun.
You guys like BMWs?
Yeah, there's a lot of
for some reason
BMWs
that
in
was
there.
just like the car of choice.
So
Not this one. Now this one right here, LS 400, baby.
Yeah.
Come on, that is a big bitch.
And you can, it's so good, easy to practice close tandeming because you are moving slower, of course.
Look at that
And
LS
then
one.
because you're on, I ran into
With
that.
the plow is
I ran into that tow truck by accident.
with the plow is fucking.
this is cool, man. This
Yeah,
This
it's
is definitely-
a lot of fun.
is definitely some next level shit right now.
Oh yeah. There we go. Send that to Toyota right away.
The key is there's a place near us. I'm not going to say it on here because we need the studs for ourselves, but they seem to do the best job of installing studs onto tires because a lot of other guys are having problems with studs flying out.
I was gonna say that.
All of us like that use that tire shop, our studs. I'm still have a set of tires good to go for like the next day or the next event.
1 out of 10. How much did you have
And
fun?
then,
15.
all right, let's say you're really cold, you don't want to stay in the parking lot. You walk into the resort, they have food, they have drinks, you just hang out.
Really?
Oh
There's like a
my god,
resort?
that is like.
Yeah.
And how far is this from here?
So it took us like 6. Well, from here it's probably a little closer, but from me it was like 6.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Normal Canadian border trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you guys are on
The
a
border
lake.
people were like, "You're going to race this car?" And then the one lady was like, "It's like pretty warm and the ice is kind of thin." And I was like, "It is?" And she's like, "Do you not know what anything you're doing?" I was like, "Not really, no.
No.
But I do have my passport."
Sick.
And definitely don't have a bunch of drugs in the car. So.
No.
No.
Never.
Dude, that yeah. When Chris came back from that, I like when Chris gets like these ideas.
Super hyper.
Dude, and then he
Yeah.
just starts cooking up ideas and you see it happen and you're like, oh gosh, here it comes.
He does it with like engine swaps too,
And
I've noticed.
dude, the 8 HP idea, were you there for that? What did he try
I
to
mean, I've heard it
Did he try to tell
all
you
winter.
that idea? Yeah.
The Trailblazer engine, right? Is
We
that
talked
what-
about that for a little while when I went there for the drum that one day.
Yeah.
He loves that thing.
Not ruined, but he altered my algorithm talking about those engines so much because now they come up on like my reels. And people are like, these Trailblazer engines are so easy to make high horsepower. All you have to do, and then it's like a laundry list of not easy things to do. And they're like, and then you make 600 horsepower.
God damn it.
Like, wait a minute. They're like, you have to get the head from this generation, and then you have to get the bottom end from this one. I was like, this
all
sounds like
that.
an SRVE swap.
don't know.
And that
Yeah.
shit is not easy either. Like,
I like when Chris gets amped up about shit. You know, I
Yeah.
fucking love when he fucking.
Of course.
Yeah, like he.
what-
Just maybe not putting. He tried to explain to me that you shorten the pan
Do it in his voice, please.
in his voice.
he's pretty close to his voice right now.
He's really good at it.
Dude. Yeah, you just gotta shorten the pan, like when drops in the car. The hood is going. It's gonna be sticking out of the hood.
It's a tall engine.
Tall engine.
Very.
But
It's
he-
meant to be in a Trailblazer.
I like when Chris gets ideas because like they're fucking ideas, and then he
Yeah.
does them sometimes, and I'm like, holy shit, like this happened, huh? Like,
Malcolm, click on my Instagram the video in the middle. Yeah. This is a good ice drifting thing. I don't know who these people are still, but they were really fun to tandem with, and this is why. He started playing the bongos on our hood. Yeah. And then I got scared and I like darted off. I was like, all right, that's enough. I'm not taking his head off.
those guys are going home. They're like on their way home. Pull on to here. Like,
What car are you in right now? Oh, that's the Beamer?
Yeah, I'm in the Beamer. I think that's Kenrick filming.
Okay.
oh, dude. Wait, before I go to the bathroom to go fucking
Drop
holy
a
crap
deuce?
to piss. No, you can't. You can't poop in that bathroom. I
You
thought.
can, but
Oh no,
I'm
but
glad you had to tell us what you were doing.
I feel like
we go smell
I
it,
feel
though.
like Kendrick was probably having the best.
Yeah, he kept yelling. So he would film something, and on the next lap, he would try and show me the film of the video while I'm still
While
like
you're
drifting.
drifting.
I was like, I gotta pay attention. And then he'd like yell some more orders. He'd be like, "Get closer to Dimitri. I'm gonna open his door while we're drifting."
Man, this ice drifting shit's kind of fun.
Yeah,
Hurry up, I
I'm
wanna
telling
take a
you, you would have a
Snapchat.
blast.
Yeah.
yeah.
That
And then you just go inside, get some hot chocolate.
Yeah, right. And like the food
you got
in
him
there
now.
was
You
actually
got
pretty
him
good.
now. That's what he
They
wanted
had
to hear.
poutine there. Like it's just this big gravy smorgasbord.
I heard
on-
about this shit.
It's actually
What-
pretty good.
You've never had this?
I
No.
mean, your digestive system might not be like the best shape after it, but
Yeah.
But disco fries are kind of the same thing, though. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
Gravy.
it is. It's just like a higher cheese content.
Malcolm,
disco
what's
fry.
Pootie Tang? What is it?
Poutine? Poutine.
Pootie Tang?
Yeah, what is
You
that
want some
shit?
Pootie Tang?
Look that shit up. I want to see what that looks like.
It's isn't it like fries with?
Malcolm kind of looks like Pootie Tang a little bit.
Wait, can we get Pootie Tang? Pootie
Dude,
Tang.
next
Oh my God.
haunted moves. If you don't dress up like Pootie Tang, you're not invited. No, it's Malcolm. Dude, get him that freaking necklace.
Holy shit, bro.
Yo, I might be Pootie Tang.
No,
next
no
year.
joke though. I know no one's gonna get this. Ugar.
Ugar is Pootie Tang.
Literally, 100%.
That's how Malcolm was
Look
looking
at-
at you right there. Yeah. That's how he
That's
was looking at
Ugar,
you
bro.
when you were bitching at him before this podcast.
So funny.
That is Ugar.
All right, look up this food now. I want to see this.
I'm not going to tell you how to spell it. I don't know.
Pootie Tang, right?
Oh, it's like
Poutine.
poutine.
I hope all this translates well on
Poutine.
this podcast because we're all over the place here.
Oh, so it is like fries.
Yeah, it is.
Fries, cheese, and gravy.
Yeah.
But it's like some weird cheese.
It's like cheese curd type.
Yeah, I'm
deal.
out. But it
Isn't
looks
it?
good.
No.
Oh, it's Canadian.
Alright.
Oh, it's French.
I'm just
It's like a Canadian thing.
Canadian
French,
French thing.
Canadian.
I'm a cheese
whatever.
hater.
Are you?
Yeah.
I would probably be skinnier if I was a cheese hater.
Yeah, I realized that not eating cheese is definitely. I mean, I do eat. Like, I eat a cheeseburger every now and then. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, take the cheese off, but like, I'm not gonna eat some like.
You're not doing like extra cheesesteaks.
I'm not having like cheese on cracker. I'm not doing any of that shit. I'm
Yeah.
just not doing it. It smells like shit. I've never been into it, so I don't know. That's just me. But it's a good thing to not eat. So
Yeah, it's true.
I guess I'm not
think
that
like
mad
all
about it.
dairy in general, we're pretty much not supposed to be.
dairy is not really great. But Oreos and milk, I can't deny that shit. I'm sorry. Yo,
Were you here for the revelation of Malcolm
Tang?
being Pootie Tang?
From over there, I open the bathroom door. It's just fries on the mug.
yeah, it's getting to that
Wait,
time. You know?
pop up Pootie Tang again.
Yeah, Pootie Tang. Malcolm's
Why, what
Pootie
happened?
Tang.
You tell us that.
No, don't Google that unless
No.
you already did that.
Do you not know what Pootie Tang is?
Look.
Is that not Malcolm right there?
That's. I got a photo of Malcolm that kind of looked like that. I know you know which picture I'm talking about.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're not gonna pull it up here.
That's
but
crazy.
that is the one. I might show it to you later.
All right, now go up to the other one. Go to
ask
that one.
Chris.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's-
tell me that doesn't look like Ugar.
I got,
Tell me it doesn't. Tell me it doesn't.
dude.
Dead
I
on.
mean,
Dead on.
he's
Dead on.
it kind of looks like him. They share some obvious characteristics.
Does Ugar have a mustache?
Yeah, he does.
Like
does,
a little
right?
one. Like,
Okay.
like a little one. Like
Yeah,
like
because that's
Malcolm.
what I'm thinking of. I'm like, it's that mustache.
Must
but
be.
I miss Ugar, bruh.
it does look like Malcolm. Though. He's got the hairline too, like his forehead.
That's crazy.
No, you have your hairline's fine, but your forehead is like the same.
Thank you.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's kind of a compliment.
Take that.
It's kind of a compliment. I don't know. Dickhead.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the dickhead.
But just October, you'll be getting like a text or something from me, like, don't forget what your
Dude,
freaking costume
you would
is.
be like one of those.
Yeah,
Easily.
I can rock it.
I
I
think
mean,
you
I
should
get
the-
darker too. So
What?
what? I get darker in the summer, so I
Oh.
pull it off even more.
Oh, don't, you do the same thing, Frankie, right? And you too. Huh?
I do.
Right.
I do.
Haley
get
gets
way
much darker.
I definitely get freaking darker. This is dude,
Well, I
is it
usually
me?
just
Me
get really.
and you get red.
I get burnt.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
right.
I'm dark after the week after.
I was about
Yeah.
to say,
Yeah.
are you one of those? Like, I had one of my friends go, I just need to burn once, and then it's good for the rest of the summer.
No,
but
I'll
that
burn
one
over and over.
the one burn
like
is
lobster.
like is
Actually,
like
he's
that.
right.
Yeah.
And then they peel, and then it's like,
I am kind of like that.
oh, okay, yeah, I guess you look kind of orange, I guess.
Kind of not. I don't know. I just don't use sunscreen. I just let it burn.
I feel like it's been so cold lately that I don't even know when the last time I felt like, when you walk outside and you feel like
sun hit your
warmth?
skin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Nope.
The worst part is this whole winter. It's been going like 14 degrees, and then you'll get a week of like 40, and you're like, "Ooh, wait, this is nice." And you're
Yeah.
like, "Wait, it's still 40 degrees."
I think you guys have been getting colder weather down there. This
think
is
so?
the first week we've been really cold.
Yeah, we got ripped in January, like the beginning of it. It was.
Do you remember that? I don't. I think it's a little warmer
Hop
up here.
might not live right here, but he's also not all the way over
Yeah, I
there.
think you're just not outside much, buddy.
No, trust me, we're outside. The doors are open.
Dude, but it has been cold.
It's been what? Today was what? 20
This
or
week
less?
has been horrible. Yeah,
Like
it's been like
19
25
degrees?
max.
There's
and
been
then
horrible
at night.
cold.
Like
You're
when
right.
we walk outside,
You're right. It was a cold week. I think
it was like
Yeah,
maybe
there was
2 weeks,
one.
dude. I remember
Yeah.
because we were outside destroying Jeeps the whole
Yes.
time.
Yes.
You were there for some of
those
it.
2 weeks where it was.
Oh,
We were hitting record-breaking lows
Yeah.
in New Jersey, and
okay.
all of the farm kids are outside.
Yeah.
I swear to you, those 2 weeks.
I remember it was so cold. I had to tell all of my tractor trailer guys, like, we can't run the trucks. Like, the fuel is going to freeze. And we were trying anti-gel and stuff. And I was like, you know what? We're calling it.
Wait, for real?
Isn't it better?
Yeah.
Isn't it better to run them? Or you're saying you have them inside usually?
So-
or you have them on heaters?
Like, it wouldn't matter. Like, let's say you put them on a block heater
Yeah.
and then you'd start it up that morning and you'd go hit the road. Your fuel was like turning into gel. It was just so cold.
But wouldn't it? So basically, you just need to let it sit, turn to gel, and let it sit while it's gel, and wait till it warms up.
Yeah, right. The fuel will then turn back into like regular.
Wow.
Liquid
Yeah, you know how I know that? I started that diesel truck we got
Where?
when it was freezing out.
What? Oh, it's turned itself off.
The fuel line just blew right there.
Just shot out. Pew!
No, it just cracked, and then it was leaking diesel. I hope my landlord doesn't hear this, but yeah. So
What diesel truck?
that your-
Oh, right.
no,
oh my gosh.
My dad had a 2500 O2, same truck as mine, but a 2500 diesel.
Yeah.
And he was gonna get rid of it, and I'm like, do not get rid of that fucking truck.
Yeah,
I
those are
grew
good.
up with that truck. So
Plus, what year is it?
2002.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
or
a good truck.
2001, yeah.
If it's not rotting away.
It's completely rotted away.
Yeah, dude.
The drivetrain's pretty good.
This thing is really
Yeah.
rotten.
They made me put it in the back of the building. So
I asked, why don't you just pull maybe like the drivetrain out of it?
Right.
Or what do you call
Put
the
it
whole
into
thing?
something
The
else.
power.
what I want to do is
So-
swap the frame,
Yeah. When
but the thing is the cab's rusty, so it's like
in your like
everything's
hierarchy of like projects, where's that? And then where's like the drift car?
rusty. My car is above everything.
Okay. So you just haven't started any of these projects.
First of all, my car is definitely started.
I did see welding rod and stuff in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going
Looks
on
like
there.
new welds in there.
I just
too.
don't talk about it because it's not worth talking about till there's primer on everything. But that my car's here.
Yeah.
The truck, unfortunately, the truck was the next one.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I think I'm moving it to like the back burner because I'm looking around the shop. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to take a truck cab off?
Yeah, you need
an
like
8-foot bed.
a higher ceiling for
I'm,
sure.
I'm just like, where am I going to put all this shit?
You know who you call for that kind of job?
Who?
Tom.
Ooh, you did not. He's not. I
You
don't
get
think
like
Frankie is
Tom
going
and
to call
Bobby
Tom.
here.
I need just more space. Like, where am I going to put that fucking truck?
There's been so many times this winter where I was like, this Jeep's totaled. I know I keep bringing up Jeeps, but it's been my life, unfortunately, for a while. I was like, this Jeep's totaled. There's no way we're going to fix it. There's no way it's running. And then, like, Beans, Tom, and Bobby are just like, and Steve Payne, they like scurry around the Jeep. And then, like, two
It's
AutoZone
fixed.
trips later, we're like back in the woods. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah.
These guys can fix anything.
Those guys you named can, they
They're
can
like the dream
fix
team.
anything. And they really showed me the limits of an automobile, dude.
Bobby shows me
because
the
I
limits.
swear to you, I've never seen half of the stuff.
I know. I've never had so much faith in a Crown Victoria
Yeah.
until recently. No wonder cops used them for so
Yeah,
long.
that makes sense.
Right?
now.
Or a CTS, or CTS. Is that, yeah.
Yeah. That shit was crazy. But I don't understand how Bobby's car's fucking still alive, that Cadillac.
It's not. No.
It's finally dead?
Yeah, I think he junked them. Yeah.
Thank
they're
God,
done.
bro. I couldn't even
There'll be
believe
new
that.
ones to come, I'm sure.
But he was driving that shit for a while. Like,
yeah. Once I was there the day he like discovered it was like, well, he was good at drifting it. And it was just like a whole new world to him.
yeah.
He talked to me about that. He was like, yeah, Hop took a lap. Haley took a lap.
None of us could do
Everybody,
it.
Mike Knapp took a lap.
And then he just like put his arm on the door so he wouldn't move in the seat, and he just was like driving like this, flooring it. And he did like 3 laps in a row, like perfect. I was like, damn, Bobby kind of rips in a Cadillac CTS.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can tell you one thing. After seeing him abuse that thing, I was like, I guess some American cars are fucking built pretty well.
Yeah.
What was
You
that?
know?
A V6? That's a V6?
I think so.
I don't remember
Dude, I
because
just remember
it would never
seeing the
run on all of them.
We didn't pop the hood much either.
The rear end
I
was
don't-
just like completely gone by the time.
Well, yeah, because you had to cut the quarters for 295s or something.
Yeah, it had Volinos on the back.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
I'm trying to remember what car. What was the vehicle that was trying to get up the hill? Was it that?
That might have been Crown Vic.
No, it
Which
was the
hill?
Cadillac.
It was the
because,
Cadillac, right?
Bobby owns a Cadillac, but for those who don't know, Bobby also has a Jeep, and Bobby was driving the Cadillac. Or no, Steve was driving the Cadillac, and Bobby was driving the Jeep. So Bobby was taking 2 of his cars, and he was just hitting them against each other.
Yeah, you guys were just slamming
Get him up a hill.
He was trying to bump it
this
up
is
the
the
hill.
night you went
Yeah.
there. Oh, and then he gave me his Jeep Wrangler, and then I smashed Kenrick's window. With
Yep.
it. Yeah.
But you were taking the Jeep and trying to push the car up, and I'm like, guys, you're just running the car over.
We've done that a couple times.
I'm like, maybe we should like move it, and then I realized, oh wait, we're not actually trying to do this the right way.
No. But okay. We're talking about a lot of the fuck ups here. Okay.
Okay.
But
There's been success.
there has been success. There was this one day where you guys built a bridge, or I don't know if you were there for the
wasn't
bridge,
there.
but they built a bridge to cross the creek that had ruined everybody's day weeks prior. The one that we were talking about.
Yeah.
So
They
the
did.
mission was to
And
like,
They did build a
success, they
bridge.
got to where they wanted to go. That's farming, baby.
That is farm kid stuff.
Yeah, that and this bridge fit Bobby's wide. Like you've seen Bobby's Jeep. It's like
Yeah.
not like a normal. I don't know a lot about Jeeps,
it's wide,
but it looks.
You know how to read a measuring tape. Huh?
It looks.
a big
yeah,
bet.
it looks like they measured it really to Bobby's Jeep, and everybody's truck is more narrow than that, so it's fine. Cross a creek, and it was
fun
still
times.
there after that storm too. Amazing. Engineers.
I was just
that-
thinking back. I was like, why were we talking about planes? And I was like, oh yeah, because those planes crashed.
yeah. We still, I feel like
That brings me back to that Canada one.
yeah.
So it flips, right? We saw a video like yesterday about this plane crash. The kid gets out, he's filming, right? And he's like filming and he comes out of the plane and someone's like escorting them out.
and they're telling him like drop the phone.
Yeah, she's like, put your phone away.
Yeah.
I was like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah.
You're screaming at me? Your fucking plane just flipped.
Not to mention the lawsuit that's about to come down on you.
Yeah,
these
dude, I was like-
60 passengers. You should just like let them get out of the
That shit
plane.
was crazy to me. I was like, she's really
I don't know.
screaming at them.
There was another video where like motherfucker grabbed like right here.
Hey,
He's
yo.
like, get out of the plane. Like,
What?
Yeah, you never seen that?
Oh, there's going to be a lot of
And
lawsuits
then-
coming.
I don't know. You know what? We're pretty far in.
It's-
Wags commented on it.
Oh, no.
Oh god.
It just said, "I'm so jealous." I had to click it to make sure it was Wags' account. So I was like, what is Wags' comment doing on this video?
It's funny when you see your friends comment, like just in the.
It's like, I'm so jealous. And then I had to watch again. I'm like, what is he talking about? Like being in a plane crash? And somebody literally like pushed the one. I was like, maybe it was a guy. So, I mean, not that would really matter, but
Probably not
like,
with Wags.
No. I mean,
you
like,
meant something else?
I mean, like in the world, like as two human beings, you shouldn't be grabbing somebody's yams to push them out of a building, boy
okay.
or girl.
Yeah.
So-
Bro, they're in a
or-
flipped over plane.
I
Yeah,
know.
I'm grabbing anything. We're
I
just
know,
pushing
but,
you out.
But
dude.
this one, dude, in this video, I don't know. I was just like, everybody in the comments is like, hey, I know they flipped in a plane, but did he have to grab girl's ass like that?
So what's going on with these planes?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
There's
don't
a whole. You could go either direction with this: conspiracy theory, political theory, whatever.
is taking over the planes.
I think there's maybe like some reasonable explanation for it, but none of us are gonna have it. We're just gonna have what we read on the internet. And
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're just don't get paid enough. So
I
they're like,
went
fuck
through.
it.
I went through a. Let me think about this like a rich person for a second.
Okay.
Like night.
always money with you.
Yeah, no. Well, you got to think about. It's usually not about money. It's because I
sure?
don't have that. It's usually about like how do we get money, but
Okay, so give me
since
your
we still don't have
breakdown.
that. But I tried to think about it like a rich person, right? So
Okay.
the planes are crashing. Somebody who's benefiting from the plane crashing. So then I looked at what airline crashed, and then I looked at the stock price for that airline, or at least what I used was It was kind of during like what, election time? So
Well, right after.
I feel like it's right after. Right now,
after.
right?
So
Because there's a whole theory
There
of
were-
like what Trump's doing to create this too.
okay, so this has nothing to
I
do
know.
with
That's why I like said
any
it that
political
way.
party. I just this was what I thought.
So what did you see with the stock price?
I googled American Airlines, and I was because I think
thought it was-
They did 9/11
that week. I might add that into my little notebook. And now I might put it in my little notebook. That I looked up American Airlines just purely on the fact that it said American in the name, and it went up a little bit that week.
Wasn't it a bunch of Delta planes that have been?
And
thought-
it was
yeah,
Delta
I
and
know
it was
Delta was
United.
one.
Yeah.
And so that's why I tried to find one that wasn't that.
Right.
And I was
Yep.
like,
But then you got to put that against how many Delta and American Airlines planes are flying compared to other companies and this and that, and maybe there's just more planes flying.
I don't know. I just saw another video though of Spirit Airlines. they're
Spirit's
like,
good.
yo, you guys
Spirit's
were
good.
talking shit about me before. Like,
Spirit's
but-
good.
But I tried to think about it from like a more, I guess the technical term would be like a macro, like a
Yeah.
higher level.
Yeah.
Like not down here.
It would take a lot of effort and power for American Airlines to pull this off.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know.
Well, I know
thought-
they were all. Remember, there was this whole thing with pilots not being trained well enough and all that shit.
Yeah, and wasn't there things I don't know about recently, but like going over their hours and still being like pushed in to
Yeah.
like being allowed to fly.
And then
stuff.
you had all those technical problems with Boeing and all
yeah,
that
yeah,
or something.
right.
So-
That's a good point too, because I forget what plane it was, but they had to recall like all of them after a bunch crashed.
the doors was the
it,
issue.
They would blow open or something.
They would fly open.
yeah.
Dude, I was in
Man,
Vancouver
I
and
don't
we drove
fly much,
past
and this
there.
year I have to fly a lot, and I'm like, what?
You do have to fly a decent amount.
Yeah.
Why don't
times
you
at
fly? You
least.
scared or something?
Well, what's the worst thing that happen? I mean, driving a dually to this shop from Philly in rush hour is probably more dangerous than flying anywhere.
Yeah, probably. If
Yeah.
you're taking the turnpike.
I'd rather take a freaking sailboat through the Bermuda Triangle.
Okay, calm down.
Dude. I don't know. I feel like years ago there wasn't really as many
Never.
publicized
Remember,
ones.
Never.
like the flight to Malaysia or
Yeah,
whatever?
that
Malaysia?
one plane
Yeah.
that went missing.
Yeah.
that was the last
Lost
time
in
anything
real life,
happened.
you mean?
Yeah, it was the last time that anything happened. Now people just crash all the time.
I watched that Netflix documentary on that. I was kind of annoyed at when it just ended, and I was like, "Oh, so I just watched like a 6
To
and
get
a half
nowhere.
hour
Carl
informational
was
video.
hoping there was some like,
I'm like,
Real
what the fuck
answer.
are we doing here?
Netflix had the line on the real answer.
You know what was
that.
a good Netflix one where that happened where it ended and there was no conclusion, and then they went back, let out another season, and then there was a conclusion. It was like a murder one though, and like they were still under investigation with it.
I
and
want to
was
know
like,
what
the
it is.
fuck
'Cause
was
Maybe I
that?
watched it.
It's like
It was
has murder in the title.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And
Haley will know.
Wait, yeah, it's not
if
the- it's not
dead-
the one
if
with
it's
the-
dying or being sexually
Scary
assaulted,
guy.
and it's a TV show. Haley has watched it.
It's not like the it was a guy, right? The first one, Manhunt or some shit.
Yeah, Manhunter was one of them.
I don't know.
But there's like murder. I know.
it was like it was about
Mind
how,
of a Killer or some
No,
shit.
no, no.
right?
yeah, that's one too.
Yeah, right?
The one, whoever's listening, and they're probably hopefully going to get this. There's one where the guy murdered his wife.
It's always the
or
wife.
son or something like that in the
Yep.
barn, and then they closed out the story with season 2. And I was like, oh,
I definitely
okay.
didn't see that.
That works. I forget what it is though.
I watched some of those on Netflix because they make them look like fucking movies, bro.
I
They're
know,
like,
and then somebody's actually dying in a world.
I'm like, what? And it's just, I'm like, I guess I'll watch this. It's pretty fucking good. And then you're watching it halfway, and you're like, oh, it's really just a documentary. I
And it's
really
like
didn't see this.
repetitive as hell.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But sometimes they're good.
Once you watch one Netflix doc, you just notice the trends right away of how it's
Right.
like they have a template. Like in school, they
I
would tell
tried
you.
watching like a Diddy doc with Haley, and it was like,
Is it? It must be new.
yeah, it was like on Tubi or Hulu or something.
Oh.
I don't know if I
Someone
have.
was like, "Oh, it's really good," and then we like got 30 minutes into it, and we're like, "This is nothing. This is like trash."
Well, she's probably connoisseur
probably,
of this.
Yeah, she is a connoisseur of like, she'll go to sleep watching like
That's a
Law
lot
and
of- that's a
Order
lot of females,
SVU,
though.
and I'll what?
A lot of females watch these shows.
Yo,
where they
right?
just kill people.
Yeah, I guess they're like just making sure they know how to get away with it.
That's
Something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's-
I don't
what
know
it
how
is.
she can go to bed watching Law and Order like SVU though, and that stuff's like so dark, and I'll like have nightmares and stuff. I had to tell her, I was like, "Yo, can we put on like Home Improvement or something?"
Tim
Fucking,
Allen.
I
please.
just want to see a Tim Allen when he
I
goes
need
to
Tim the
bed.
Toolman Taylor right now, please.
Dude, I was also gonna say, I was like, now it sounds like it's right before bed. I'm like, when the fuck do you find time to watch a whole series?
Never.
Yeah, I was about to say.
My like version of being at home is like, you know, I get home, eat dinner, get a shower, go to sleep, wake up, and that's like I'm gonna sleep by like 9,
When do you wake up?
like 4:30,
Fuck.
and like then on the weekends it goes longer, like because it's usually either work on a Saturday or do car stuff on a Saturday, and then have some form of social life, and then same on Sunday, and then the cycle starts back over.
So you sound like you actually get sleep though, because you go to sleep at 9.
Yeah, I'm a person who needs like
Who
real
needs sleep?
Yeah.
So am I. I hate it.
I don't know people who can exist on like 4 hours, 5 hours.
I wish I could, though.
Yeah, I do too, because I would love to get more stuff done. Like I almost get frustrated at 9 p.m. when I'm like, damn tired again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's just like I see those people and I'm like, fucking 5 hours of sleep. 5 hours would be so perfect.
I think it's got something to do. I don't know many business owners that can do that. Like I think there's a form of mental stress guys like us carry that has to it has to be turned off, and the only way it can happen is like sleep. At least for me, I am speaking for you, but
I just realized like over the last couple of years that like if I get around my minimum is about 6 hours. of sleep.
yeah, same.
If I get 6 to 7 hours of sleep, 7 is like my perfect.
yeah.
If I get 7 hours of sleep, I'll wake up perfect.
Good.
I'm good.
Yep.
I'll get up on time. Everything's fine. But like if I just get
A hint
a
less.
hint less,
Yeah.
it's fucking over. Everything's over. I'm waking up an hour later. My alarm's been going off for an hour. I'm
Yeah.
like, you could have threw a grenade in my
like
room. and it
REM
wouldn't have
sleep
woke me.
cycle.
Yeah.
Is super sensitive.
What about you, Carl?
I was gonna say, like, I don't.
He's probably a non-sleeper.
I feel like
I
he probably
don't
doesn't
sleep.
sleep too much either. Yeah.
There's some nights where like this happened recently.
Well, he told us about trying to go to sleep once.
Yeah.
And it was
hard.
hard. Yeah.
You ever wake up and it's like 2 a.m? You thought it was like your regular. Well, for you,
Bro, today
dude.
was the best. I woke up. I'm like, oh, fuck, I woke up. All right. And I look over, 5 minutes to my alarm. I'm like,
Hell yeah.
fuck yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Beat you.
Yeah.
I fucking beat you, bitch.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I was like, yes. Done.
I
Perfect
haven't
morning.
set an alarm to wake up in like 5 years.
That's sick.
I
Your
literally
internal clock is.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how I did it. So even for like snow removal, I'll go to bed. Let's say like the last snowstorm, I had to wake up for midnight. So I went to bed, like forced myself asleep at 5, and I was like, wake up at midnight. I woke up.
Wait, you just said that to yourself?
Yeah, like, and I do it on a regular
You
basis.
set your alarm in your head.
Yeah, literally.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
haven't set my
No,
alarm
I
on
don't
my
know why
phone
that's
for
true.
a purpose to wake up in like 5 years.
You just told yourself.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, you got to get up at midnight, dude. I fucking woke up before midnight.
the fuck
I
No,
swear
no,
to God,
no,
dude.
that's true.
I like literally have like
What?
somehow. I wish I was this good at drifting, but I am not. I am this good
Wait,
at waking
Carl,
myself up.
do you do this?
I swear to you, I don't know why, and it's weird that we're talking about this, but if you think in your head, and it's happened, it's usually
trying
with
this
drift
shit.
event. You
Yeah,
go to
just be prepared to be late for work.
yeah,
a few
like,
times.
yeah. It doesn't work every time, but if you have an inclination that you need to be up at like 8,
Okay. We need to
And-
talk about this.
and for some reason you go to bed, even if it's at 2 or 1, I'm waking up at 7.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
guys
for no
something right
reason.
now.
For no reason.
This shit ain't happening with me.
No.
I go to sleep every night and I go, I'm gonna tell you exactly how it goes. let's say it's 12 at night. I get in bed, I'm like, all right. I'm not gonna be a piece of shit tomorrow. I got a lot of shit to do. I'm gonna wake up at 6 a.m. right when the alarm goes off. Get out of bed. Do some jumping jacks, start to exercise and whatever I gotta do.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. I got a lot of shit to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
6 a.m. comes, alarm goes off. Leave that motherfucker on for an hour.
No,
that's,
you can't.
That is
An hour.
the worst thing you could ever
can't.
I totally ignore it and just go back to sleep.
do. Yeah.
I
Bro,
do-
any fucking reason my brain will create to make everything I said last night mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
Oh, you have enough time.
So
you can do that tomorrow. Oh, you can do that.
I truly think
No matter what I do.
that's like the alarm waking you up makes you like, at least not you.
You're right.
I keep
No,
saying
you're right.
you when I mean me. It unmotivates, it demotivates instantly.
It does.
Because it's such a rude awakening
Yeah.
to the day. And you're like, F everything,
Yes.
give me 5 more minutes with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
Where instead, you gotta like, I don't know how I did it. I think it's just because I had to like wake up so early, so uncomfortably for so long that by the time I was like 30, 32, somewhere in there, my body was just like, fuck it.
And I was the
You're
opposite.
a morning person.
I was the opposite.
Yeah.
I almost never had to for school. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like my mom was way too nice to me. Like I'd be late to school and shit. Like
oh, she would. She would let you
and my
like.
dad would be gone before I even had to go
Right.
to school. So,
So
he didn't give me the wrath of my father. Didn't have to come down on me.
Yeah.
And then
No, my mom's super punctual. She's listening now. Hi, Veronica.
with work, I always worked night jobs until I worked at like Nissan and stuff. So my clock was
Yeah.
always my early 20s, like late teens, early 20s, completely fucked. I was basically a vampire. Like I
Yeah.
worked at night and just slept till fucking 11.
I could see you being a vampire.
I love vampires.
Just like he's
but-
Pootie Tang.
I just
Yeah.
looked around. Turned around, looked at Malcolm. I'm like, vampire.
Dude, that's how
knew
it
it.
felt.
It could have
really
been,
felt that
you know
way.
what? My roots are like the boarding school regimen. My mom is a very punctual person. And like, then I worked for my dad till I became like somewhat of my own boss. So like, I always had to answer in the mornings to someone that was like a very timely person.
Yeah.
So then it just became me as well.
Yeah, when I had to
Drives
answer
Haley nuts.
when
she
I-
does not wake up early.
when I had to answer to my dad, like if we had a plow,
yeah.
sometimes we have to go plow. He would just bring me along.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be snowing yet, but like he saw it was
Time to
snowing.
get up.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's time to get up. I'm like, Dad, it's 3 in the morning. What are we doing? I look outside, it's fucking dry.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
where are we going?
They said the storm is coming.
He's like, well, the storm's coming. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's fucking not even snowing. And then we just go and look at a parking lot for like fucking 4 hours. And then it snows at 9 o'clock. And I'm like, well, that was fun.
I remember the moment like snow became not fun, and it was like at 18, 19. 'Cause
Yeah.
I used to snowboard so much, go out west like at least for 2 weeks out of like for Christmas breaks and stuff like that. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And then like I had to like start working harder for the family business, and I'm like, oh, snow sucks.
Yeah. My
'Cause
dad fucking hates snow.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I do. I have it down to a system now, and that system is like make sure there's more people than there are inches of snow like falling. That
yeah.
way we like, don't have to work for 3 days straight. But
Yeah.
my dad would always be like incapable of sleeping. If snow's coming,
Yep.
he's pacing the
Yes.
windows.
Literally
dude.
my dad, yeah. They should
Just
meet.
like, yeah.
That's literally the same thing,
The
dude.
amount of people have seen my dad in his like tighty whities looking out his window. Like, not yet.
It's the same thing.
Maybe
Why-
I should drive around. It might be snowing somewhere else.
Why was the previous gen such a tidy whitey gen?
I don't know.
They
My
didn't
dad
have
wears
boxer briefs
fucking-
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have boxer
That
briefs
was
yet.
like the weirdest thing to me. I was like, Dad, why the fuck are you wearing those?
Dude,
and they never really adopted it because they were so stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
all our dads are tidy whitey guys.
Do you? Yeah, mine definitely. Yeah.
sure.
Do you remember when boxer briefs kind of became a thing? Because I wore boxers.
Yeah.
I just wore
boxer.
boxer-
Now I can't even fathom having a
can't-
pair of boxers.
Dude, fuck
Boxer
that.
briefs,
That shit
bruh.
is so
It
uncomfortable.
just turns into like a scrunchie in my
It's kind of
freaking
insane
pants.
to even think that people wear that
Right?
still. Like I'm like,
Back then, though, baggy pants were like
yeah, that's
the thing
different.
too.
But I
don't-
never had baggy pants.
You don't
Neither
rock a
did
pair
I
of boxers
much.
from time to time?
I'll wear
No.
boxers if I'm like at home
You checking?
chilling.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I'm
I'll wear
not wearing
boxers.
boxers right now. But I do have like a couple pairs of boxers I'll still wear.
But doesn't it feel like you don't wear super baggy pants either? So doesn't it feel like scrunched up in there? What about you, Mal? You wear boxers? No, you don't wear boxers.
He wears cat
I
underwear.
don't
We
even
know this.
own a pair
What?
of boxers anymore.
I know
used
you're
to
wearing.
in
I know you're
middle
wearing
school.
cats. You wearing cats?
the
Stop.
cat. The cat.
Don't take your pants off.
Stop. No way!
Wait,
No! No!
Am I?
No!
no.
No, what Calvin Klein? I got Calvin Klein
I would
on,
have
baby.
started dying. I got Reebok.
Malcolm, I got more Caterpillar underwear than whatever I'm wearing right now.
I
But
like that. I like that.
He loves them, and he was gonna get them for Christmas.
Haley got them for me. She's like, I knew what she was thinking. She's like, he owns Caterpillar heavy construction equipment. I'm buying him fucking underwear. It's
Well,
comfortable.
fuck.
It's breathable. It's nice.
I mean, we covered a lot. I think we covered a lot of subjects on tonight's podcast.
Yeah.
But we probably got questions. So
I like that the
Oh, shit.
structure.
That's right.
I like that the structure was like talk about Formula Drift side. What would
We
you call
exposed
it?
a few
Tangent.
things I need to learn before I go
Side
officially.
bite, forward bite.
Well, that maybe the layout for St. Louis and Utah and the
I mean,
differences of them, but
I know we were joking about it before,
or maybe
but like,
it's all a plot.
Yeah,
for my
maybe
competition to
it's-
think I'm retarded.
Yeah, there we go.
That is what it
this
is.
guy doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
Like, but
Better stay back when I'm following them.
I think you just don't. You can overcome pretty much any challenge, Hop.
I would hope so.
I think that you're fucking fine. Like,
I think it's all in the prep. Like, I forget who I was talking about with this. It might have been Ken. Like, the first lap is always the best lap or it feels that way. So, like, and it's because you have that bit of, like, hesitation or not hesitation, but, like, you stay reserved and stuff. So if you come there over-prepared, overconfident, in a sense of, like, I know the ins and outs of this track and all that, I feel like it's going to work against me if I overdo that aspect of it. Whatever's in my control immediately, I want to be in control.
yeah.
I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna ignore any that say mulch.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
That's the first
unless
thing.
it's a really good
Sweet.
mulch question. Maybe.
Yeah, if it's really good, but
Hey, I've got this.
But if it's like mulch mittens, am I right? Like,
that's literally the first one I read.
wait, before we get going,
Okay,
I'm not gonna
go,
put
go,
this
go.
on the screen. Malcolm, don't fucking flip your. Look what I got.
Stop.
Yo, it's a Pootie Tang picture of Malcolm.
Let me see.
Let me see.
No, that is much worse than Pootie Tang.
Let me see this shit. What do you mean, Pootie?
That is not, dude. Look,
Brian's
look,
dying.
look, that's Malcolm.
Let me see this shit.
You never seen this one?
I probably
dude,
did.
looking good.
Oh my god! Do not put that on the fucking.
See, yeah.
Poor
Leopard.
Malcolm. Can you want to give him a backstory to that, or you just wanna,
Nah, I get
Nah,
it.
it's all right.
It's cool, man.
I get it.
If someone saw a photo of me like that, I'd be like, you got to hear the backstory.
Yeah,
You can't
it's-
just-
So much scrolling, so many
What was
mulch
it?
things.
No, I know the backstory.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like
That makes it
No,
even
okay.
weirder.
So
we just saw Malcolm in drag, just so everyone knows.
No, it was not in drag.
Well, then what was it? Malcolm?
Princess, my fiance, was on vacation in California, and she said, "Oh, I just got a package delivered. Can you open it and tell me how it looks?" So I
All right,
opened
that's
it.
actually really funny.
Okay, that is funny as fuck, actually.
I opened it. It was a dress, and I put it on.
That's
I,
actually hilarious.
me, Chris, and dude, I just remember
yeah. Chris and Carl were there.
I was just
Chris was probably
I
hard as a
was
rock.
on the-
That,
wow.
That changes it.
But yeah, no, with context, it's
I'm
a
not
mix.
gonna lie. When you started the explanation, you're like, my fiance was out of town. Carl was over. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, that. You know what? That was actually not the greatest way to start that, but it was.
But it turned around.
It was a good way to end
You
it.
finished well.
How
Yeah.
does it look? Best way to fucking show you.
Haley Lee says, tell him he looks like Bradley Cooper.
Yo,
She's a liar.
You
I've
got a little similarity.
When I was skinnier, I did get that.
Yeah, you do
a
have
good bit.
similarity. I get it.
are you gonna wear the vest when you're in the
No.
hot seat?
In the hot seat. The vest.
VQS13 timeline. Story, takeaways. Why don't more people do it? Would you do it again? That's a good question.
VQ S13 timeline was the first question.
Yeah, I guess, like, what's the whole story with this car?
Basically, I was just getting. No, I was out of college. I didn't have a lot of money. I blew up my SR. It was an awesome SR. Wilkerson was selling a known good VQ swap setup. So this is like 2014, 15 maybe.
I remember when this happened.
And John Wagner calls me and he's like, it's bullshit that you think you're not going to drive this year. Go down to fucking MA and buy Wilkerson swap. It's like, I think it was like $2,500 and it had like everything you needed. And I was like, all right, screw it. And I did that, plopped it in my car. Literally that just waited for it to blow up and I was going to figure out another engine setup. And I was like 3 years later, I'm like, this motherfucker ain't blowing up. And it was great though. It's one of the reasons I was able to save money to build the cars I have now. And will I do it again? No, I'm not going to tell anyone not to do a VQ swap, but there are cheaper or the same amount of money for equal or more horsepower and reliability. Like, I mean, an LS1 junkyard block. I know you guys all balk at like the V8 stuff. You're like,
To be honest with you, I think I am feeling a lot worse about a VQ S13. So
yeah, okay, good.
What? You don't?
Yeah.
I like chopping
And
eights.
also, VQs have all these
Yeah, yeah.
quirks to them that LSs don't. And like, you can go to Napa, you can get the Portuguese, stuff like that. So I wouldn't do it again just because price per like hours of fun, it's not quite worth it. But then someone like Mikey Walsh, who has an HR swapped S14, the car rips. It makes probably mid threes NA horsepower, and it's reliable as all hell. So
how do they make them reliable? Because some people just blow these things up left and
yeah,
right.
I feel like they're asking too much out of the engine. If you just like do either basic bolt-on stuff or just whatever it does, whatever it makes stock, like your goal should be like 50 to 100 more horsepower. I don't know. The Texas dudes seem to have them figured out. The guys that like have a bunch
You know
of
what I
spray
think
on
it
them and
is?
stuff.
I think it's just check the oil.
Yeah, literally. Like
An
mine,
oil cooler, maybe.
purely, I finally did blow my VQ up by just having it finally be worn out, like a rod bolt like loosened and just came out, and
Yeah.
the rod like gently like pushed out of the block. I'm not even kidding. Like it was this like the most like softest way to window a block because it didn't even like stall or anything, and the rod
It
wasn't
just exited the building.
Rod wasn't bent. The threads were still there for a new rod bolt and stuff, but it did. It pushed it. Like the crank was just like, I can't hold on to you anymore, and just like kind of like let it out of
I'm
the
trying to
side.
think of how something can gently window the
Yo,
block. I thought you were
well,
gonna
no, I
designed to do
windowed
that.
the block. I stalled, and then I was like, oh, I need a tow. I think I have an oil leak or something, and I get to the pits. I'm like, oh,
could
there's a
call it
fucking
that.
hole in the block. Anyway,
I think they're designed to fall apart like that, to be honest with you.
I
but-
lost to
unless
that.
you're getting like some trashed like Z that's got a good engine and you already have a S13 or 14 or whatever, there's no reason like unless these parts are coming to you at an extremely cheap rate.
Yeah.
And I hate CD transes now.
I lost to that
Really?
13.
They're so like notchy, and
What?
you got to get this specific one, and the clutches cost a lot. I don't know. I'm not a CD guy.
I like mine because it takes a beating from what I have.
Yeah,
It's cheap.
I went through a lot of them for some reason.
I don't know. Like, I know there's a lot of them. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. on
Yeah.
there. But then if you have a 1 on your or a 2 on your casing, then
Right.
you actually have like a 9. I don't know.
I
don't know any
wasn't
of
going
those.
through them because I had them on my SR cars, and then I had them with the VQs, obviously, until I started trying to drive my VQ car fast enough to like win at Gamblers, and then I was like 15 clutch kicks through hairpin, leading to the bank and stuff like that, and that's when they were starting to really grenade. I was like over gripping the car and stuff, so maybe that I have a biased opinion of possibly.
That 13 that Mikey drives, when I was hearing it, I lost
It's
to
a
that
13,
car.
not a 14, right?
But with a 14 front, I think.
Yeah, that's where I'm confused.
I drove against them in the casino.
Yeah,
And
same.
And I lost. And that car
Not same.
behind me, it's on. Well, Brian Hoplamazian was in behind the wheel. That's a different story. But that car was like barely trying.
Yeah, I
behind
know.
me.
It moves.
It moves so fast. I mean,
Right.
nonetheless, Mikey's an awesome driver.
Yeah,
it's just
so
like
he
it
is-
barely was working.
He's one of many guys that like will come out of nowhere, and people that are like newer to drifting maybe won't know him, and they'll be like, "Who the hell is this? Like, what car is that?" And then it's like, "Oh,
I knew him for a
Sleeping on
different
it.
car, I think.
he's got another one." I
And the
forget
name
the
was
details.
familiar, so I was like, oh,
Yeah.
shit. Fuck me.
He comes, his like crew of buddies that all like learn together. They're big names within his friend like clique. It's Ricky Hoffman, Bystrick, Jaeger, like me, stuff like that.
Sorry, I'm reading these questions. And I'm
Go ahead, read them out loud.
All right. There, at the
Seems
bottom,
stressed about.
I
them.
know. Why are.
there's a lot of good ones actually
All
in
right.
here.
Let's do
So
We've been talking a lot of stupid shit. Let's maybe get some
yeah.
intelligent stuff out here.
we were pretty professional.
Chris
Like,
Knapp asks, "Where does the name Hopquake come from?"
I hate that name so much. Yeah. It comes from crashing into the wall a bunch at E-Town,
Okay.
totaling a lot of chassis.
Is that where Hop came from, or is that was just a shorter name?
No,
for your last
almost all of my cousins and stuff. Hop is just from Hoplamazian.
Okay.
Like instead of 11 letters, it's 3. So
name? I remember Hopquake.
yeah, so do I.
That's
I forget. There was one of like there were like 2 or 3 big crashes to the wall before I like finally mastered like not crashing, just rubbing it. And I think the one I did in reverse was the one where like people started calling me that because I cracked the freaking wall.
Oh my God.
I know. It was a big crash. I wasn't good enough to do what I was doing, and I was still trying to do it.
Yeah.
I was trying to link in reverse to hairpin, no manji. And I was like, Eric O'Sullivan's doing it. Why can't I? And then I crashed, and Petty like came up. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You're not Eric O'Sullivan. You don't drive professionally." And he like stormed off. Like, I was like, "Oh shit."
That's amazing. That's a good story though. All right. The real JDM Will said the Puerto Rican delegation renamed you to Tito.
Because when I drove a Corolla.
Oh my God.
Yeah, how was that shit?
That was
shit
awesome.
sick. Yeah.
That was another thing that just fell on my lap, though. I think it was before I finished putting the VQ in my S13, and there was a loaner AE86 coupe at the track, and I just like commandeered it to the point where I like forced Petty and Tim to like sell it to me, I think. And I fell in love with that car. Had no e-brake, had 90 horsepower. I had to put the tires at like 90 PSI.
Yeah,
and I could drive it so well. At least I thought well.
Is that the one that No, I don't remember if that was in the Bloodbath video.
No.
that brings me to my next question.
This is way after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. There was an 8.6 in that video, but I don't think it was that one.
Really?
I don't think. I feel like there was.
What is your best memory from the Bloodbath weekend?
Oh
Goodness.
shit!
I don't know. It's a good question.
I had to find that video later on.
Actually, I have it.
There you go.
Sorry.
I
Yeah,
knew
no,
you were
go
going to
for
have
it. Go for
Yeah, it was pretty easy. So I really didn't tandem much before that weekend, and all of a sudden I showed up, and it was like, oh shit, all these guys are professionals, and like Petty convinced me to come here.
Yeah.
And Wagner, it was like golden hour, day one, and Wagner was like, dude, let's go to the fucking backtrack, screw these guys. And me and him did like 30 laps back there together, and he was just like, follow me, follow me, follow me. And by like lap 10, I was like dooring him on transitions and everything, to the point where like, you know when you're like jamming with somebody? We were doing it, and we did it for like literally 30 laps straight.
That's
and
awesome.
that was like what broke the mold. Like I was finally able to be like, oh, I can fuck someone up in the follow position tandeming.
That's
and
cool.
then we shot that whole video or whatever, which was awesome in itself. But that was like truly the coolest part.
So
of
you
that
really
weekend.
like were learning how to tandem that day.
Yeah,
almost.
he like took me under his wing because you could see I was like kind of overwhelmed. No, nobody took me serious. I was like some 21-year-old with hair like out to here, and they were like just like screw this guy. And Wagner was like, already knew I knew how to drive enough to not crash into somebody, and had the potential to be fast enough to like be good. So he was like, "Fuck this, man! Like,
Yeah.
let's go to backtrack and screw everyone else for a while." I was like, "Hell yeah!"
That's an amazing story. Yeah, I love hearing that because like everyone loves that video, but like
Dude,
we don't
that
know.
was fun, really fun,
Yeah.
for sure.
I didn't hear about it until again, like later on.
There's even videos I didn't hear about till we
There's
did
a
this.
there's a behind the scenes one too, like an
Yeah,
extended.
Mark Lenardin made that.
Yeah.
It was like it was a long one too, like 30 minutes long of stuff.
I don't even know if I seen that.
Because there were so many parts of that weekend. Like, it wasn't just like we showed up in one day and perfectly like made this video. Like, people had to like Carlucci with the blue VQ S13 hatch. He had to like weld his oil pan back together, and he had to put a vacuum cleaner in his valve covers because he didn't want to change his oil. Stuff
Oh
like
my
that.
God.
Like, yeah, there was like and all those little things, like that one story in particular. That's like in that edit that Mark Lenardin made.
Damn, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, it's cool.
I know I said I wouldn't read any dumb ones, but
Yeah, just read them.
Charlie Sizik says, "Fuck, Mary, kill Frankie Beans, John Kane, Tom Nazzaro."
Kill Tom.
Wow.
Hey, I didn't
Mary
say it.
was-
Beans. Chuck. And Chuck's not in the list.
Nope, John Kane.
I don't think no one's getting it.
No one's getting it.
Nah,
Damn, he
What do you mean?
said
You're
no
fucking
one-
Frankie.
I can't marry Kane. He's too annoying.
But I definitely want to marry
Every morning you
Beans.
got
That's for
someone
damn
waking
sure.
up
There
and
it is.
they're like,
It sounds like you're fucking Tom.
No way.
all right, fine, you got it. Yeah,
Make another baby.
killing Kane.
God.
Fucking Tom.
That's crazy.
Marrying Beans.
Marrying Beans, no
That's a
question.
good-
No question.
No question.
Yeah.
That guy will take care of you, no problem.
Yeah.
Like,
Tyler say what says cat, case, deer, or is it
Oh my
Komatsu?
God, next question.
Which one you like?
oh, are these machines?
Yeah, machines.
Deer or Komatsu?
Yeah.
Well,
like
definitely
cat.
not Case.
You probably like
oh, he's
cat.
his cat in there.
Cat's in
I don't
there.
actually. Cat has been letting me down lately.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're not the same company they used to be.
I'll take it.
Oh,
Ah, shit.
Komatsu makes the best bulldozer, right, in my opinion.
okay.
Cat makes the best wheel loader. Case doesn't make anything the best.
Do they make all this shit in China now or no?
So yeah, like
That's
dude,
cute.
Cat is the king of this. All of them are, but American made. Yeah, the window it says American made on is made there. You
Assembled in America.
Yeah, right. That window, like
Yeah, that
everything's like Indonesia, Mexico, China,
Wait,
whatever.
what? Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, what the fuck?
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn little loophole.
I don't know. Maybe it'll change now with tariff changes and
The
stuff.
tariffs.
Yeah.
Come on, Malcolm, do it. Come on.
The terror.
The tariffs, they're gonna charge you.
They're coming. All right. Oh God, every other question is.
Is there like a
nuts,
lot?
Shaggy.
A lot?
Yeah, it's just I pick things that I want to go back to later.
Oh, okay.
BMWs, vintage or modern, and why? Also, does it change if it's just a street cruiser or a track only car?
That's for me.
Sorry. I mean,
Who
it could be
asked
for
that? Who thinks
Simple
I'm a
Smith.
BMW person?
It might just be a question for us then, Carl.
Vintage Beamers are pretty. I don't know how vintage we're talking.
I was gonna say,
but-
here's the crazy part. You know more about them than both of us, probably.
no way.
I only. Yeah, I've been deemed a secret BMW lover.
I'm not surprised. You do know a lot of shit about
But I
them.
don't like them though. I don't really fucking understand why people think I
because
like
you have
them.
Toyota in your blood, and now Beamer and Toyota are in cahoots.
Ooh,
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh well, now
Are
today,
they?
Today,
Yeah.
today. But I mean, they're quality cars. For some reason, people die on a hill saying that you could work on them easily.
No.
The B58 is like a very impressive engine. I will say that
You got to enjoy. I forgot you.
Yeah.
had that thing.
Is that the one with the Vanos and everything?
No,
No,
that was in the
that's
Supra.
in Supras and like whatever.
Oh, okay. That's a new one.
You missed
okay.
that one at all?
Dude, that car is fun. Yeah, for sure, and it's fast as all hell. But like,
Pointless.
there was nothing. Yeah, no
Yeah.
point other than get in trouble. And Haley did like taking it to car shows or whatever else. But like between the two of us and the 4 years we owned it, we put 10,000 miles on that car.
That's just one of those cars where I feel like if I had it, I'd be like, why the fuck do I have this again?
Yeah, so I said that to myself
you're
so many
doing, like,
times, and then all of a
100 miles an
sudden, I was recommended to get a spare engine, transmission, and differential for FD, and I was like, it's sold.
Yeah.
No question.
yeah. All right, so we don't know much about BMW.
Not
but
much. I like the B58.
Most important mod that is commonly overlooked. I guess let's say for grassroots driving.
Yeah. Commonly overlooked, because everyone says, diff, coilover seat.
Damn, it really is just diff coilover.
That is the basics.
Yeah. Like,
Fucking.
I don't know. You know what they don't say, though, is like to get an adjustable set of arms.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
I don't know how overlooked it is. The overlooked part's got me thrown
Yeah,
off.
now I'm wondering.
Properly fitting wheels.
That'll.
So many kids show up and you can tell they have like some fundamentals, and then they have like a rubbing issue, whether it be front or rear of the car. Like the car doesn't even squat because they're trying to be like either stanced out, or they have like wheels from their friends or something and they don't fit on the car, or even worse, in the front there's some like sunken in eBay wheels, and you hear them like get to not even close to lock, and it's like against the frame rail.
That's
It's
a
like,
good one.
You're killing your
yeah.
day right now because your wheels are wrong, man.
Yeah, that's definitely something
Like,
that's
go to
overlooked.
Kansai or something and get some wheels that are
I got one.
all right.
Oil inside of your engine. That's overlooked.
Is that overlooked?
I think so, bro.
Bro, I don't. I go.
SR20 suck?
Well, you didn't have oil in it.
Why does
Dude,
my VQ
I know.
suck?
How do you have a
we
oil in
all
this?
know one man who the drain plug was like one of those universal.
Oh God!
Jake had a Dorman universal like wing nut drain plug.
Every time I hear this story, I'm like, shake my head.
Yeah,
Just like,
well,
what are you doing,
I
bro?
wanted to dad him more than I did, but I realized it falls on deaf ears when I get too angry at him. I have to play the nice guy role. He'll like
That-
listen more.
That when I heard the reasoning, it was funny that it was that he withheld it from me at first and then waited for the weekend to end.
Yeah, I can't even get that mad about that though, because I have to remember like Hop at his age. Brian, I say Hop
yeah.
about myself. It's so stupid.
You're
But
in third person.
me at his age, I had an SR22 stroker that I forgot to drain the frickin' water out of, and I cracked the block. So like, who's more of an idiot?
I've been there
me
before.
at
Not crack the
22,
block, but yeah.
23, or him? You
Yeah.
know, at least
Him.
his was a stock SR.
Yeah, definitely him. All right, next question. What's the biggest animal you think you could fight and win?
That's a good question. Who asked that one?
Chris Knapp.
Fuck yeah. This is what I'm
Biggest
talking about.
animal?
He's asking all of us, by the way, including you, Malcolm. So
Yeah.
let's give this some thought.
Animal I could be in a fight.
I know Malcolm's a bird.
That's crazy. I'm gonna beat up a mouse.
The biggest animal I can fight and win is you, motherfucker.
Whoa,
I always like to hear his comebacks. That's the only reason I
that
say
was
anything.
quick.
Wow,
He's quick. He's
loaded up. I'm gonna say like a
Realistically,
flying
though,
squirrel.
biggest
Shut
biggest
up.
animal.
There's a bird.
How
Shut up.
good, who's a good
No.
swimmer in here? If you can swim good enough, you can probably get a shark.
No.
Fuck, the
Punch
biggest
him in the
animal,
nose.
probably
No
a
way you're
sloth.
professional.
That motherfucker's big, but he's slow as fuck. I'll beat his ass.
That's a good answer.
Sloths are big. How big are sloths?
Pretty
Sloth,
big. Pretty
probably
big.
as big as Frankie or something.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say as Carl, but yeah.
That's crazy. I'm trying to think. I don't think I would have a really hard time trying to beat up an animal because I'm just like I would feel bad.
Oh, I'd beat the shit out of any animal.
Unless
if
we're
it's trying
hunting.
to come at you,
Oh, we're-
it started the fight.
Okay. Maybe like a fucking newborn deer or some shit. I don't know.
That's pretty accurate
like
one
a
though.
normal
Bambi.
deer.
That's a good one though, because it's pretty realistic.
A newborn deer with the rest of its family.
That's a pretty
'cause
big
I'm
animal.
taking Bambi by the neck, swinging him around,
Jesus.
taking the rest of its family out. Done.
Venison for dinner.
Easy. Deer
the biggest
jerky, deer
animal.
sausages. It's over.
Until that shit bucks you in the forehead.
You ever feed a deer?
Nope.
I have.
Damn.
At the top of a pepper once. I was cutting peppers in the backyard to grill something up, and he came up, and I gave him a top of pepper.
Yo, what about you said feed a deer, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about that guy who used to make like reels or whatever, and he's like, "We all eat fam," and he's got deer in his front yard.
That was the
He's like,
inspiration.
yeah.
Oh, what was that one deer's name? Oh, fuck.
Canella.
Canella.
Yeah. I had a
missed
hat
that one.
from that dude.
I
It
don't
said
have a good
everybody
answer for
eats.
that.
I'll tell you what I'm not fighting. Any fucking monkey.
No
Hell
way.
A gorilla or anything? You're done.
monkey,
No,
bear.
a gorilla, obviously, but any monkey. Nope, not
Like an
doing it.
orangutan?
They go for like
You're nuts, and they rip them
Yeah,
off.
right.
Yeah, no, fuck that. So those are all out. I feel like a deer was a really good answer
yeah, it's realistic.
because it's easy and it's large.
And give me, would you rather have a deer or like 20 geese?
Fuck that. I'm not
Deer.
fighting a goose.
Yeah, one deer.
Yeah, one deer.
Yeah,
Geese,
the
dude.
They're relentless,
Geese are
dude.
violent.
Right.
They are
If they're pregnant or the
relentless.
males by the pregnant.
I know.
Uh,
We have a specific like subcontracted geese egg killer guy for like some of our
you
commercial
need,
properties.
You need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Right.
I've had to get geese off property before, and I'm like looking at it, I'm like, all right, how am I going to do this? The second you go up to them, if
Yo.
the female's pregnant,
And it's pack mentality too.
it's over. You're not getting anywhere near them. They're going
know.
to fly at you. Like, and just run right into
even the
you.
way they cross the road, they're like, "What, motherfucker?" I got my homies with me.
Yeah,
dude.
like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah. There's
Yo,
30 of us.
Yo,
They're not
this is
doing
a hard
anything.
ass question, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. This is
boy.
What the fuck is?
It's gonna be stupid.
this is bad.
No, you're the
you
worst.
gotta answer this.
You are
All
the
right,
worst
what?
liar.
If I
I've
can't
ever
answer this,
seen.
like you got,
What?
we both got to come up with something.
You're looking at me weird.
You're the worst
You're-
liar
that's
ever.
crazy
No,
to me.
I'm
This is gonna
saying,
be
I'm
a
saying the
dumb
animal
question.
one. You have
Oh,
to answer.
I
it.
have
You have
to
to
answer.
answer.
Oh, I
it.
thought it
Yeah,
was-
yeah. No,
we
no,
had
it's no
another
new question.
weird-
No new question.
All right, fine.
I'm not letting you get away with this.
I honestly think,
I know I have to answer this too. Fuck.
yeah, you don't have an answer, so that's why you're looking at me all like.
You say like a
authority.
fucking.
I would say dolphin, but those things will rape you.
A 29-year-old Puerto Rican woman.
I don't know if you're supposed to call that an animal.
Shh, never mind, she wins the fight every time.
I don't.
Chihuahua. There you go.
Nah.
I can't fight a dog, dude. See, like
I will
that's
murder a Chihuahua.
I am too humane for that.
Tell Chip.
could
He's
not-
on my
think-
list.
I could get. I think I could get the best of a babe, not a
Whoa.
baby. No, like a monkey.
You think?
1-on-1.
No, bro.
You don't think so?
No. What kind of monkey are we talking about?
No. I
thought you were
don't
gonna say
know.
a
The ones that go. Whoop, 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 whoop. That one? Because fuck that shit.
It's just one though.
Yeah.
Like
Dude, that
You
thing's
have to-
scary looking.
you have to like break its arm. Basically, I'm not going to describe how this would happen.
Oh, please describe it.
No.
Yeah, we want to hear how ruthless
grabbing
you
it
are.
right here, right on the ground.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
Like,
How much does a full-grown monkey weigh? I don't like that we're still on this subject, but
I love this because this is the only
I'm just
You
trying
gotta
to
answer.
Yeah, it's hard
and you
because
said
I
Chihuahua,
yeah.
which is not an
Yeah,
answer.
that is
because
like
I want to
the-
be perfect with this answer. It needs to be like on point.
You think you're good enough at swimming? If
No, I
you,
don't.
Why
No.
are you on this swimming
don't.
thing?
But
You
like,
think
but
you could take down a
'cause-
bluefin
no,
tuna?
he's right. A bluefin tuna. I might be able to fuck one of those things.
Are you kidding me? No.
No, they're
No.
massive.
They're fucking huge.
You've
They're the
seen
size of
people
your
catch
boat.
those fish?
You're right. I can't
That's the
fuck that
size of
thing
this
up.
table.
Dude, the amount of money you have to spend for the boat the size big enough to.
There's an animal
A starfish. You could fight a
that's
starfish.
big. That's a mammal that we're not thinking of.
A
That's
fucking
not
walrus.
violent.
Well, I don't know if this is a mammal, but
Fuck
what about
that.
an octopus?
They will fuck you up because
You
they
think
got,
so?
They could do like that. Whole.
Okay, but all they have is like an ink shot thing and all like.
I just don't like how it's hard to take off you.
A
So
fox.
Oh, okay.
That's
it's
not big,
kind of
though.
similar
It's
to
not
like
big,
a
it's yours.
dog.
And
bigger.
they're darty, dude, and they got fangs.
Yeah.
I don't care. He can bite me. I'll fuck that thing up.
Yeah,
I'm
alright.
breaking
One
his
bite.
neck.
All right.
I don't
That's why I
know
picked
though.
Bambi.
Fox is a good. I actually had that in my head too.
They're
but it
not
was like
big,
too
like-
small for me. That's why I chose
It is.
monkey.
It is too small. Monkey, you're crazy. You're
You're
out of your mind.
squaring up. Who can wrestle better?
That monkey's gonna rip your eyes out.
I'm wearing a cup and sunglasses.
Yeah, I was gonna say but a monkey. I don't know. Like my whole hand is fitting on the monkey's head, and I am just getting that
Nah, bro.
away from me, bro. Just
Because
get-
I would have said dog if I felt more confident, but fuck that too. You ever have an
Yeah.
angry dog growling at you?
Yeah,
The
no.
first thought is, how am I going to go about hitting this thing when its whole
what
entire
kind of
face
dog?
is the weapon?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of
just-
hard.
it's-
And
This is hard.
I
I
don't want
don't
to choose an animal like I unconditionally will love.
And you got to remember,
instantly.
monkeys will bite you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who says
The-
I won't either?
I
You're
just
right,
want to
you're
be
right.
as humane as I can, and that shit is
Look
not.
at I would paint the walls with their blood.
Nemo and Stewart
this?
and Patrick Star
Okay,
are
we
getting
found
it.
we found a list of animals. Look at
I like
Carl.
how octopus is on this fucking list.
Carl's in the middle, 50-50 chance that I win or
50-50.
lose a deer.
Let's
Snake,
go.
no way 50-50.
Look at it would be a
Eagle?
close one, but I'd lose the wolf and the cheetah.
Wait,
It's not a close
Where
one.
is
Why
the
is
monkey?
the golden retriever a close one?
I think they're just saying dog in general, and they're right. A dog
Crab?
would be a close
Wait
one.
a minute. They'd get a few hits in, but ultimately I would win. The crab? You just stomp it.
Yeah, wait, what?
Where's the crab?
Oh, because it'll get your toes and shit, you know?
Oh,
Same with the lobster.
Is
And
that a
look at the
female
sheep.
deer? That's a female deer at it would be a close one, but I'll win. That's a female deer in the middle.
Where?
it's a doe.
Right up top.
Yeah, right next to the golden retriever on the left.
There. And that's a male one
But then
on the
you
bottom.
got a buck on the
Yep.
bottom.
And that's accurate. This is pretty accurate.
Hop, everything you named, just want to.
They're not. They're,
all
in the losing category.
They're all in the bottom part
This
of
list is fucking
Like the
hilarious.
octopus is right there. It would be a close one, but I would lose. And then the orangutan, I'm going to count that. Orangutan, gorilla, pretty much, I guess.
Yeah, but notice
anything
how
in
there's
there.
no other monkeys other than that row where it's orangutan and gorilla.
Well, what do you want to fight? A
Why is the
tarsier?
cow in the I'm going to lose category? Because it's so big.
Yeah,
I
what are you
guess.
going
Mass.
to do with that
Mass.
thing? I mean, that's a really good
You have to possess a weapon, I guess, or something that big. Yeah.
that's a really good option though, a cow. But yeah, how are you going to murder that thing? There's almost no way you can kill that thing with your bare hands.
no.
The entire time, Hop's trying to tell us if you're a good swimmer, you could fucking kill a shark.
didn't-
And that shark
Look
is
at the
on the
bottom.
bottom,
Well, they
all
picked-
the way
they
at the
picked
top.
frickin' Jaws for the picture.
Dude, that shit, I'd be too scared to even fight.
Look at the bottom.
That category.
Elephant, hippo, fucking grizzly bear, rhinoceros, I think.
Yes.
And a great white shark.
Yeah.
And it just says, I'd be too scared to even fight.
I don't know. That's a good question.
That's me. I'd be too scared to even fight. The whole bottom of this list. I'm not fighting a fucking
I can't
alligator.
believe lion isn't all on the
a
last
lion?
one.
Okay.
I had to fight a turkey once. Did I tell you about that?
I'm quitting from the 50-50 spot. Like everything down from here, I'm quitting.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
Yeah,
none of that.
I like how they throw a cheetah up there. Yeah, it'd be close, but I'd lose. Yeah. Oh, really? It'd be close?
I would paint the walls with their blood. And then
It's a
like, you look
mouse.
over, it's a goldfish. It's like, God
A
damn.
parrot. Yo, actually, my answer,
Sheep?
sheep.
I knew it. I
Yep.
knew that's what you're eyeing up.
Yep.
Oh, right there.
Look how
Yeah.
cute that sheep is.
I know.
though.
Like I couldn't even fight that guy.
And it would be hard to murder that thing too. But it's going to be hard to murder a deer as well with your bare hands.
And I think of it more as hunting.
But that
I'd
was the
be
best
like,
answer.
Oh, okay, here we go.
I'm gonna vote Carl had the best answer.
Come
out of
catch
everyone.
these hands, Bambi. Here it is.
Yeah.
Whitetail buck.
Definitely quickest answer and most realistic.
Buck? I don't think you're fucking getting a buck with your bare hands.
I'm grabbing him right by the horns right there.
Bucks are
I'm-
can be pretty stupid though.
Yeah, right by the horns right there, and I'm down to the
I was
ground
driving
like that.
to work one morning recently, whenever the Bucks are like in heat or whatever, and I watched this happen. He was chasing a doe, goes to jump an iron fence,
Oh no.
catches it with his gut, and I watched him gut himself and just hang there. And I was just like, all right, today's gonna be fucked up.
All you have to
5
do
in
is
the
just
morning,
run over a fence.
like drinking my coffee, and I see this deer just murder itself over some tail, and I was just
over
like,
some tail.
I was like, damn.
That is crazy.
That
when you
would
think about it.
fucking send my rest of the day like, yo.
The worst part is it was this iron fence was to the field of like this military academy I pass every morning, and I was like, damn, these dudes are gonna come out for their like morning roll call thing, and
I
I'd
have
be
to
like,
clean that up.
Jesus Christ, the drill instructor just did this to like
Yeah.
show us who's boss.
Josh DeLee says, "Why is not driving with Tom considered a smart financial advice?"
No.
I mean, that is accurate.
The funniest thing about Josh is that he has the ability to think and reiterate everything Tom says, whether he's been with Tom or not, like after events. He'll hit me up and be like, I don't want to talk too much shit on Tom because he gets all upset inside. But he'll be like, let me guess. Tom came up, asked you a million car questions, asked everyone a million car questions, went back, didn't change anything with his car, went back out, explained to everyone afterwards how fast he is and how everyone else is so much slower. And then he continued to like destroy his body kit. And I'll be like, wow, were you like there or something? He's like, no, I just known Tom for a long time.
Yeah, Tom learns best by, I guess, experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Casino Royale kart track comp is a good example of Tom overthinking things. Were
with the
you
KA car that
Right.
you went up against?
Yeah, that's
We
right,
were
that's
all
right.
standing next to each other, and you guys were all like, he's going to take Tom right
he
now.
kept like asking about pressures and grip and all this stuff, and I was like, dude, set your car up to go slow. This kid is consistent and reliable, and he's in a KA car. Like, just float behind him. And what'd he do? He went out there like as if he's going against an FD car, and he couldn't
Why are
even.
you laughing so
I
hard?
just picture Tom like fucking, I don't know, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking murder this kid. Fucking like set his car up for just
That's
crazy
not how Tom
grip.
was, I don't think. Was he that
Yeah,
day?
he was. He was
Oh,
a mess. And a mess, I don't mean like bad at drifting. I mean like mentally, he messed himself up. Like just bad.
I love
My
Tom.
favorite
He's a good
Tom
dude
story.
lately.
I
Okay.
have to, all right.
Okay.
It's like me, Grant, Mike Knapp. We're like standing on grid, and we see him coming and we're all loading. And I say to everyone, I was like, watch, he's gonna like do a donut and fly on his trailer, try to be a fucking badass. Sure enough, he like buzzes past us, pulls the handbrake, shoots on his trailer, forgot to hitch his trailer up, smokes his tailgate with his car. And just looks over at us, and all of us fell to the ground laughing at him. Oh my god!
Oh my god. Is that why his shit was fucked up?
Yeah,
Oh my god. That's fucking
I'll never
amazing.
forget the amount of oxygen I had to like force back into my lungs after I like depleted
And you
it.
called it too.
Oh yeah, I saw it in his eyes. He was like eyeballing us. Like when he came back onto like grid, I was like, oh, he's gonna try and show off right now. And then sure enough, like, beep,
Good old Tom. That's never a dull moment with Tom.
Never.
Josh also says, P.S. I still want to apprentice a round or two for your program.
Yeah.
So there's a free
I haven't
helping
forgotten,
hand.
buddy.
Yeah.
New Jersey's close.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Yeah.
Last question, I guess, is going to be goals for first ProSpec season. We kind of talked about this a little bit, but I guess if you have any like main goals.
Just to like a real goal, I mean, I am shooting high in my own head. I would love to be on the podium before the year's over, for sure.
That's a great goal.
Yeah. I think I have it in me as long
feel like
as
you
I
have to
have the
shoot
mental game.
High.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, obviously, the real goal is winning the damn championship. But, like, if we're going to keep it, like, somewhat realistic, definitely, I would love to podium my first year in FD. It'd be awesome.
I think it's going to happen.
I think so, too.
I'm not even worried about it, to be honest with you.
I can't wait till they interview you, Hop, because I feel
man.
like you're good at it.
No.
And that... No,
You are good. You are good at it.
Stop. You're good at it, dude. And you're going to be able to, like... And if you aren't, then you're going to be a normal guy on the
Yeah.
camera, and I like
that'll
that,
probably
too.
be
I like that, too.
something about, like, this is easy because it's just us bros hanging out. I remember, like, in Canada, the World Tour, Cerise, right before the mic was, like, going to come up, and I just got beat by Grant. She was just like, all right, the only rule, don't curse. I was like, all right, cool. She hands me the mic. I'm like, fucking, I look at it like all these people, and they were just like, what? And I was like,
No, nothing.
That's amazing.
I was like, it's cool. It's only like
One
25,
rule, don't curse.
40,000 people watching this
Yeah.
or whatever.
God. You're going to
Well,
do great, dude. And
thanks,
the fact
man.
that you still take the time to come hang out with us.
Yeah,
normal
thank you.
people down
I like how
here.
you talk to like you're the little people or something.
Dude,
The
Hop,
fuck,
you're
man.
like...
I really did just come here for my body kit, but like
when for a little while, I don't know if you remember this, but a long time ago, maybe 2-3 years ago, you went up to me and you were like, yo, you're pretty good. You kind of know what's going on a little bit. And then ever since then, I was like, yo, Hop told me I'm pretty okay. Yeah.
it's because I think I already met you at when we did the first podcast, and then we were at the same event or whatever.
I think so.
So I knew to like look and see like does this kid actually know anything about drifting?
I mean, like, I like it, but it's
and you did well at the casino thing too, the
dude, I
kart
was
track.
one of the best driving.
I was like,
of the
damn,
best
Carl can tandem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely can.
I know exactly how I lost to Mikey. I'm coming for you next year.
Dude, Mike's car was like in super speed mode.
He was driving so good. Like when we went OMT, that was like
Yeah.
the same exact run.
Oh,
on
you
his.
went one more time with Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that in itself is, he owns the place, right? He like drives there all the time. That's
Uh,
pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive.
Look, man, congratulations, Mike. You got that one. All right, yeah, there we go.
All right. Any last
any
words
closing
before we get
remarks?
out of here?
No.
Haley, he'll be home soon. Sorry.
Yeah, don't worry. We should, are you down to get food after this?
I'm
Or-
down.
All
Yeah.
right, cool.
Starving.
Yeah.
Really just thanks to you guys. I love this podcast. It is helpful operating equipment or driving a long distances all the time. I can listen to this and stuff. And you're the
nice
man
to
for
hear.
supporting me this year. Thank you
Oh
so
yeah,
much.
no problem, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I'm sure you're gonna destroy all of it, but you know, it is what it is.
I mean, I'm going to try
That-
not to.
Oh, I had to. I was catching up to the
Arrow-
compliment, and then it was boom.
Arrow's
there it
one of
was.
those things where it's like you give it to people and you're like, yeah, this isn't
There's
really
like a
gonna
little,
last, but
a couple tricks to like keeping them together, like some of that spray foam stuff and whatever.
as long as you have vinyl on the car, it always looks
Vinyl
okay.
definitely helps, and
Yeah.
I will be vinyling it. So
Yeah, so
But-
that always helps. But no,
No.
I'm not worried about it. It's gonna be cool, and
I
the car's
hope-
gonna look good.
I hope you be
I
the
know. I
problem,
can't wait to see
dude.
what it looks like.
Yeah.
with
You're
this
gonna
stuff.
be that problem, dude.
I really. That's.
I love
can't
that,
wait.
dude. I hope that.
Brian, the problem hop.
No, I don't know.
He
That
ruined
one-
it.
Yeah.
that's it, dude. I'm telling you.
I don't know. That's
Yeah, I'm excited for this year. I think it's gonna be really fun. Not just at FD though. There's like, I have a schedule and a big calendar of like the events we're trying to do, and I'm realizing how many places and how much cool shit's about to go down. So
2025 is the year.
yeah, I'm gonna try and have a couple, at least one media person with me everywhere I go, and actually do something about posting and making the cool stuff we're doing.
I think Haley
Part
needs to
of
start
everyone's
the YouTube channel for you.
Yeah, it would be good. To
It would
do
be
that.
helpful, right?
It would certainly be helpful with finding partners too. So
If anyone wants to partner up with Brian Hop for the ProSpec season this year,
yeah,
you know who to hit up. All right, let's go get some food.
Hell yeah.
Wait, next week, we're having
Yes.
Prisa Mike on the podcast. Finally, we get to meet
that's
Prisa
gonna be
Mike.
fun.
I believe also there's going to be some sort of meetup that night. Make sure to follow Prisa Mike for those details.
Yeah, they might be out already. I'm not sure, but he's gonna post the event. The event is crazy. It's a fucking car meet, but we're just meeting up in the spot that I chose. It's definitely illegal, and hopefully we don't get kicked out.
Yeah, this meet, I left all responsibility to Frankie to plan this, and he said, "Fuck it.
Yeah.
Why don't we just do it old school
And there's got to be an Outback nearby so we can eat.
and just meet up? And if they kick us out, we'll just go to spot number B or
Yep.
letter B.
Yep.
Fucking it. I'm like, okay, cool. So look out for that if you haven't already, and
That's it, man.
that's it.
Buy some
What?
fenders.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Peace.
Bye.
Later.
That was fun.
That was fun.
That was a good one, Hop. What the heck?
Was it?
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Yeah, dude, we got stuck on that for like 20 minutes.
I can't believe.
Brian Hop. I said a hip, a hop, a hip.
There you go.
Hey.
Okay, that's a good way to start the outro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know if we really talked about cars much in this podcast, but at least we know now what animal you'll fight
Yeah.
till the death.
Yeah, that was a good question, Chris Knapp.
That was one of my favorite questions we've ever had, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm still not really sure if my answer of a sheep is really good.
I think a deer is probably the best answer.
it really is the best answer until he said a male deer. And then I
Yeah.
was like, okay, now
Yeah.
that guy's just going to buck you into another
He's going to
dimension.
impale you right
Yeah.
through your eye socket.
Yeah, so I don't know about that, but a female deer, yeah, you can take one of those down. All right, anyway, Brian Hop. Yeah, great episode.
Yeah, talked a little bit about Formula D, which is nice.
Yeah, I think we talked a lot about it. It's just we always feel like if we talk about anything else, it's like, oh, we didn't say anything. But we did have a long conversation about Formula Drift.
Yeah, honestly, I have high hopes. I have high hopes for Hop.
Yeah, a lot of people are I don't want to say talking shit because they're not talking shit, but a lot of people are saying like, oh, he's not ready. He's not, I don't think he's mentally prepared for this. I'm like, I don't give a shit, honestly. I think he's
Yeah.
going to do great.
Everything they're saying is valid because he's literally a rookie. Every time somebody goes into something for the first time, they're not going to be amazing at it. So
Yeah, but like I've been watching Hop drive and I'm just like, that guy's a monster. I don't really know about like his competitive side, but
yeah, but
if
like
it's
his
anything
solo
like his
driving-
grassroots side, it's like most people that are decent drivers, when they compete, they become like amazing.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, it's like, oh, now it's serious time. Like I gotta actually
yeah,
do this. So that's what I'm
perform-
thinking is gonna happen.
you have to perform every single time.
And let's talk about the team he's got. I mean,
He's got Chelsea Denofa in his corner.
Chelsea Denofa, MA Motorsports. He's set up right now to have a good rookie season. So we're gonna see how that goes, guys. We're definitely gonna be tuning in, maybe even seeing some of these live. Obviously, New Jersey.
We got to go to FD this year.
And yeah, we're definitely going to FD this year. I don't know if we're gonna go to Atlanta. I wish we could. Honestly, I've been trying to do that for like 5 years.
That track is so cool.
Yeah, that track is awesome. I've never seen it in person yet. So
I'd drive it in iRacing. I know that track like the back of my hand.
wait, really?
Yeah, I could picture it in my head right now.
All right, so what is it? 4th week of February, 2025. Yeah, we're still in winter, guys. So if you got cars for us to work on, send them our way. I would like to say that the auto preserve is almost 100% ready.
It's getting worked on as we speak.
Yeah, the car storage, also known as the auto preserve here at Faction Motorsports, is basically going to be up and running next month.
Yeah, the past year we've been digging out the ground to install that elevator to put the cars in the.
Yeah. Yeah, the cars are stored underneath the ground here.
Yeah.
Our landlord doesn't know, but no, yeah, it's a very small spot. So if you guys are interested in storing your cars here, let us know as soon as possible because it's going to fill up fast, I think. And especially with all the bullshit cars we got here that are mine that don't move.
You're going to be.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room.
I'll be charging you.
Yeah, thanks. So yeah, make sure you hit us up about that. I always say, and I was thinking about it last night on the podcast, I was like, people who live out of state that have money, you should probably send a drift car over here.
Yeah, this is the time to do it. This is the spot to be.
Also, you got to remember, Brian was talking about the airport at E-Town. you could land a plane there. Like if you had money and you had a private
You think people
People
that
have
rich
money.
going to E-Town?
yeah, I do. We could transport the car there. They just fly in. They drift, they go home.
And then land at Teterboro.
I mean, I can think of one person. Adam LZ.
I don't know, man. He probably does have a...
He definitely does, dude. People, I mean, flying is not a big deal, especially when you have a decent amount of money. So, I don't know. That's my dream. I'm just trying to transport drift cars to and from E-Town because I think that would be fun. Also, we have a full shop here, obviously. So, if you need anything fixed on them,
One-stop shop.
we can do that as well. But yeah, contact us. Let us know if you're interested. Guys, we're also doing vapor honing and zinc plating now. So, if you need anything vapor honed or zinced, Eddie has made a whole, what would you call that?
Webpage?
What would you call that on the?
A whole form? Submission form.
Yes.
That you can just type all your info in, what you want to get vapor honed, and all your info, and then we'll get back to you
Awesome.
with a quote.
We just did a bunch of Origin videos yesterday, so check out the YouTube. If you guys haven't subscribed already, please do that. We are going to be putting out some Origin Labo videos of the FRS body kits and also Driftline for S13, 180SX, bunch of stuff. So
Yes, and that being said, we do have Origin in stock here. That video that Eddie and Frankie filmed about the Driftline 8.6 kits, those are still in stock. They are the new Driftline V2 kits, both in stock here at Faction. You could come pick them up for $14.95 plus tax picked up.
I thought it was like over that. No, it is $14.95.
$14.95.
Oh wow, told Derek the wrong price.
You were $5 off.
Yeah, so we got a lot of Origins in stock. We got a lot of fenders, guys. Lots of front fenders, rear over fenders, lots of roof wings.
Yes, we have a S14 racing line kit in stock.
Yeah, S14 Racing Line kit, Zenki in stock.
Lots of fenders. Two 180SX hoods, vented hoods.
Oh yeah,
Those are a hot commodity. I know a lot of people want those. They're rarely in stock in the States. They're usually special order, but we have two in stock here. We already sold one, so they are going. So if you want them, come through.
Yeah, definitely. Those hoods are rare. Guys, we also have a firm on the website, so make sure if you don't have money right away, you can always just use a firm. And yeah, check it out. It's pretty easy to apply to, and I would say most people get approved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very rare where you'll get denied for a firm.
yeah.
Even if you do have money, you just don't feel like
Spending it.
spending it all. Just,
Yeah.
Why not? Affirm it.
That's some big brain shit. That's some rich people stuff.
Yeah, and we accept PayPal, so you could also use PayPal Pay in 4.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
charged every 2 weeks.
True. That's another good one. More people use Pay in 4 than Affirm. So yeah, we also have that as well. Guys, we mentioned it in the beginning of the podcast, but we are doing a raffle this month for Stance XR1 coilovers for any chassis of your choosing. So every $5 spent on the website gets you would you say an entry?
An entry.
Gets you an entry into the raffle that we will be announcing around March 1st to 3rd, somewhere in there.
Yeah, within the first week of March.
Yeah. So, guys, we're going to be doing some content on Stance coilovers. So if you don't know about them, check out our YouTube to learn more. But Stance coilovers are pretty much the only coilovers I would suggest for any S chassis owner in the drifting community. And a bunch of other cars too. They definitely have them for other makes and models right now. I know we're putting them on a Skyline here. So check out their website. Check out our website. We have all their stuff on our website. And yeah, we're going to try to put out a video explaining more in detail about their coilovers, so you guys have more knowledge about them, so it can help you make a good decision on which coilovers you want to purchase. But yeah, we are giving a set of those away, so make sure to get those orders in on the website before the end of the month.
Yes, and for next week, we will be having Prism Mike on the podcast. And after that, we'll be kind of hosting a little collaborative meet with him somewhere nearby. So if you follow him, go check out his socials. He will announce it on there. I don't know if he has already, but
Yeah, I don't know if he has either, but I know he's going. We have the flyer already, so he'll be announcing it.
Yeah, within the next few days.
Yeah, just it's going to be cold. Just remember that.
Yeah. It's a chill meet. It's basically a little hangout session that I think Prism Mike likes to do every now and then for his followers.
Yeah, because he's traveling the country right now. It seems like so.
Okay.
Yeah, he's coming up from like North Carolina or something.
Oh wow.
Right now, and I know. I mean, Jimmy Oaks might make an appearance too. He said so. Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be fun. So if you guys have any cars you want to bring out, I purposely picked the spot next to an Outback Steakhouse, so I will be in there.
Delicious.
Yeah, I will be in there eating a lot of steak. So, yeah, that's where you can find me. I'm not going to be hanging outside freezing my ass off, but the parking lot is huge. So
We'll be there, though. We'll be
bring as
there.
many cars as you can. Please check our sponsors, and don't forget to leave a review on this podcast if you have not already. We appreciate all the love we've been getting. And I got an awesome message the other day from someone saying, like, thanks for the motivation for, I'm starting my own thing. He's got a lift in his parents' house, I think.
Oh wow.
Like, he's working on cars there. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I didn't think I would get a message like that, but it made me feel good. I was like, sounds like a message that I would send to someone. So,
Very nice.
yeah, we appreciate all you guys. Thanks for listening, and make sure to get in on that giveaway. We'll catch you next time.
See ya.